I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Let's talk about Rosie. I'm not talking about Mrs. Palmer, no.
Oh, boy.
Or any of her sisters either. It's a different Rosie.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Danny's looking at me like he might not know who Rosie Palmer is.
No idea.
Wow.
You don't know Rosie and her 5 friends or whatever it is?
Rosie Palmer and her 5 sisters.
It's a self-love joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, like Pamela Henderson?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yes.
Now that one I knew.
That's the millennial version.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there we go.
Gen X and Boomer joke is Rosie and her fingers.
Damn.
You know why? It's disrespectful to those that have lost fingers in fireworks
That's
accidents.
actually true, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sometimes Rosie only has 3 friends.
Yeah. Well, listen,
Or sisters.
that's all it takes. Sometimes 3 sisters is all you need. But this Rosie, she's from Washington, D.C., and she has created a TikTok following. And why is she special on TikTok? I guess because she's learning how to cook by using recipes that are engraved on gravestones.
What? Is that a thing?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Wait, so when people die, they have their recipes put on, like, their gravestone?
I'm imagining an old lady going, like, you won't get the recipe to my meatloaf over my dead body.
And then their family puts it on the gravestone.
It's like, you're dead.
Oh,
I want to
so
put the recipe to my world famous tamales on my gravestone.
Yes.
If you guys remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I do remember. I've been dreaming about them every day since.
And all you have to do is just put a link to a page where I learned how to do it on YouTube.
Do a QR code on your
Yes.
grave.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you at least do like a bit.ly link? Because I don't want to type out that whole thing.
That's fair, yeah. It's a lot of letters and numbers, and there's really no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah. Oh, just put a QR code on your gravestone,
Yeah, there
really,
you go,
and that way I can just scan it with my phone.
Yeah, Vicky just said that.
Did she really?
Yes.
Oh, good job, Vicky.
Wow.
God,
I thought you were just being...
literally said that like 15 seconds ago.
Honestly,
I thought you were just making fun of me.
No, I could hear it in his voice.
No, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Totally missed that. But I think now I know where I got that great idea.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Sorry about that.
I was thinking maybe like a QR code on my gravesite.
No,
Yeah.
that's a bad idea.
What about
Or one of
Bit.ly?
those, one of those cues you could scan, or those codes.
That's
you
a
could
good
scan.
idea.
Yeah, like
Let's do
with
that.
Your phone.
Yeah.
With the
I think they're called QR codes.
Oh,
No,
that
you don't want
yeah.
to use those. Wow.
We could try Bit.ly.
Oh, you could try Bit.ly.
No,
There's
that's a
lot of-
horrible
there's a lot
idea.
of numbers and stuff to type out.
Why don't we
for
just
Bit.ly?
write the whole recipe out on a gravestone instead?
Yeah, she's showing pictures, and there's like several different gravestones that have recipes on it. I never even knew this was a thing. Then again, I'm not keeping up on gravestone trends.
Did anybody know this was a thing before this story?
I didn't realize it was this popular. I've seen like a screenshot or someone posted one once, and I was like, "Oh, that was a neat idea," but I'd never seen this many.
Okay. I don't know whether or not it's just around D.C. or if she's going around the internet, but here's Rosie talking about some of the families and meals that she's cooked so far and what she's learned.
I flew to Brooklyn a week ago. I cooked with the family of Naomi Miller Dawson's whole family, who they now live in Pennsylvania. But they came up to Brooklyn, and we went to the house that she spent time in. Through this whole process, I am literally learning how to cook from the dead.
What?
So she went and visited people whose...
Yes.
She's been to Seattle too.
She's been to Seattle.
Oh, I didn't even know we had... Look, we got one.
Oh, yeah.
We got it's a glazed blueberry pie.
From Margaret Davis.
That's really, I had
It's
no
called-
idea this is a thing, and that's a sweet way to remember somebody.
You know, on paper, when I first saw this, I was like, that is the weirdest and creepiest and, like, just what a weird thing to do. But then you hear her say it, and, like, she gets to recreate that meal that somebody, like, the family gets to enjoy again. I'm like, that's kind of special.
It really is.
This should be like a show on the Travel Channel.
Ooh,
or
I'd watch
the
it.
Food Channel.
Oh,
there you go.
Well, she's got, you know, Steve, you've got some ideas that I'm sure someone's going to pick up on because she's doing this on her own, and she's got people cooperating. So I think that
I would.
Yeah.
If she hit me up and said, like, you know, hey, I found your grandma's recipe for, I don't know, pudding pie. And I was
Pudding
like,
pie.
A good
Of course.
carrot cake.
A good carrot cake.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
there
it.
we go.
Or some tamales, perhaps.
I'm going to recreate it. Would you like to try it? I'm like, hell yeah, absolutely. Come on over.
Oh, it could be like a Halloween version, like on Food Network, where
Yes.
they do like gravestone recipe wars.
That's a shock that you would want to have a Halloween version of this. Are you sure that's you okay?
I'm in all the way.
Oh, man, this is going to be a whole new thing. I mean, and one person even suggested on her TikTok that she should take pictures of all these and turn it into a book, a cookbook.
Ooh.
Recipes
From the dead.
Wow. These are all wonderful ideas. There's just one thing that she needs. A QR code. If you just have a QR code, that was, I don't know why nobody thought of that, but that's really what she needs.
If she did that and made a recipe book, do you think the families would get mad? Like, would they want to sue her for stealing their recipe or something? I mean, is she really stealing it? It's up there on a gravestone.
Well, let me
for
ask
everyone
you, Tamale King, how would you feel if, if in fact it was your grandmother's recipe for tamales, and all of a sudden here she is putting books out?
Well, if it was anything like me, where I just stole a couple ideas from YouTube and then just kind of added my own twist to it, I'm okay with that.
I think that's what they all do.
Right.
Not so much from YouTube, but all these secret recipes are stolen from somebody, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're passed down, or like I grabbed this from you and I added a little bit of this to make it my own.
Then you find out, I got that from a Betty Crocker thing years ago.
You just added garlic salt, Grandma.
Yeah, that's all you did.
That's all you did to change it.
That's it. Well, congratulations to the dead.
Okay.
Oh, that's who we're congratulating.
Yeah, because they're the ones that came. They're the ones that
It's a first.
Hey, all the recipes. I mean, no one gives them any credit. They're their recipes. It's the dead recipe.
Apparently, she's planning on purchasing her own plot, but she doesn't know. She's torn between her mac and cheese recipe or a clam linguine recipe for her gravestone.
If it's like Joe's mac and cheese, we'd never get it anyway. So
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, she should celebrate her clam linguine.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Pardon me? Probably shouldn't have had such a big pause there, sir.
I was trying to pronounce linguine right, and I did it wrong anyway. Clam linguine.
Lamb weenie.
That is. I think you're thinking of Rosie and her sisters again, sir.
Oh.
That's what's going on.
Is there a QR code for those sisters?
There are. No, you're going to have to look them up.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, well, this is where I have problems in life, but,
oh, boy, this is how you start the segment.
This is where I have problems in life. There's a career coach on TikTok.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm like, okay, What makes her a career coach? Because she's on TikTok, and so that people go, she must know what she's talking about. She's on TikTok.
There are a lot of life coaches out there that I always I see some of their stuff. I'm like, I don't know if your life is all that together. Why are you coaching other people on how to get their crap together?
Oh, yeah. I've known people like that.
Well, they don't get any kind of training at all whatsoever. It's literally just like, I decided I'm going to be a life coach today.
Right, and I know there's some that are doing a great,
for sure,
doing great work, but like some, I'm just like, wait, when have you ever? I've known you. Like, I've never seen any success. Like, and I mean, I'm not saying you've been failing at everything, but like, this is that's a very, there's a lot of responsibility in coaching somebody in what they do with their life.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
I ain't got to do it.
Same thing with a career coach. Like, what qualifies you to be a career coach?
Do you have a career? If you don't, I feel like that's your first strike against you.
Yeah.
And even still, we're like, okay, you've got a career in what?
She is the CEO of Shift Profile, previous director of talent acquisition, has taught 10,000 people how to interview better after 10 years of research. She wrote a book about it.
A little bit better than like one of my unemployed friends saying they're a coach.
Yeah, created valid personality assessments and determines your interview style.
Oh, all right. Well,
that's a bunch of words.
So that sounds like it's totally legit.
What is shift personality? And then she's done research and wrote a book. Great. I mean, anybody.
They even got a ribbon on their website, like they're certified for something.
Yeah. Okay. That all means
it's a lot more official looking than I can do.
Okay. That's all you got to do now. You just got to get a ribbon, and you got to say you were CEO of something.
And then you get people to say that they're your clients and saying good things about you. Totally legit, right?
I would do that. Give me $5, I'll say all the nice things.
Right.
All right. Well, Anna is definitely, I guess, at least this is what she does. That's her career, and that is coaching people on their careers.
I would love to know how much someone like that makes. In being a career coach.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but she's got a popular TikTok page, so if anything, she's probably making money off of her TikTok page giving advice.
Yeah, hopefully that's happening for her as well. How about she says that, that it's actually okay to lie when speaking to a prospective employer. That's like advice that she gives. And she put together a list of 5 things that you should lie about. Okay, Anna, here's number 5.
Here are 5 things that you can and should lie about in the interview process. Number 5, lie about where you see yourself in 5 years. Nobody wants to hear you say that you see yourself in grad school or getting married and having babies. What we want to hear you say is, I see myself here at this organization.
Okay.
In 5 years, I see myself at the competition stealing all of your clients. How'd that go?
I hate Anna already.
Oh, wow. That was fast.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I feel.
And it's not Anna herself. She just reminds me of every stupid job interview I've ever had where they ask that question.
I have no issues with her. I think she's right. Like, you're set up for failure with that question if you're honest. Like, in 5 years, I don't hope to work in the mailroom here. I'll tell you that much. But, like, it's a stupid question to ask people.
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Though I'm seeing that picture of her right now.
Unemployed.
She kind of reminds me of Miranda from Sex and the City, so I'm starting to like Anna a little better.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you know what? You're not a big sexer in the city.
No.
All right. There's still 4 more things that Anna/Miranda says you should be lying about.
4, lie about why you're looking. We don't want to hear that you're looking because you hate the culture of your current company. Say something like, I've outgrown my position and I'm looking for a new challenge.
Okay.
I keep flirting with my coworkers and they keep shooting me down. I figured I need a fresh crop of new meat. Is that a good answer?
Yeah, that's it. That's what you need. That's you know what? You're just like, I got my one question for each coworker. I've run out.
I checked your page. You have a lot of hot coworkers.
You know what's sad, though, is like the fact that this is going viral is that people just don't know this kind of stuff. When it's like, it seems common sense, but like really, I bet you there's tons of people out there who just don't think that way.
It's like when you see somebody like an instruction manual about something that says, warning, do not eat the cap of this bottle. And you're like, somebody did, so now they have to warn all of us because some idiot did.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I see is that if that's what you're looking for, go-getters with management potential, and everybody's lying to you, and they really want to just bang all the employees like Steve, and they're looking. You know,
that was a hypothetical thing. Me personally, I do not want to bang any of the coworkers.
All right. Well, I was going back in time. You know, when you were a single man.
Oh, 20-something, Steve. Then that's a whole different answer.
Yeah, it's all definitely. You're going to go
5 years to see myself with syphilis from one of you.
Yes.
No.
All right. Here's the third thing that Anna says you should lie about, the TikTok career person lady.
3, lie about how you feel about your current boss and current coworkers. I don't care if you work for the worst, most micromanaging boss in the world. We don't want to hear you talk about that in an interview, especially if you're being interviewed by someone who might be your prospective boss.
So the idea is that you just want people to lie, and you really don't know the kind of employee you're getting.
Yeah. Play the game, BJ.
That makes you a dumb manager. I mean, I would say, Anna, if that's really you're the kind of boss that wants me to lie to you, and therefore you're an idiot. I would fire you from my company.
Like, don't crap on your past boss. And BJ's like, oh no, I won't crap on my past. I'm crapping on my potential boss. You suck.
I understand that Anna's probably right that you should do these things, but what does that say about every member of management that just wants you to yes them to death and lie to them? God, I don't want to work for people like that. And I don't want people like that working for me. Don't lie to me. Tell me what you really feel. And then, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
So when I was asked where I saw myself in 5 years, I told him on the other side of this table. The boss spit out her coffee and giggled.
That's funny.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a good answer.
Taking your job.
I like that answer.
After I finally out you for the sex scandal that you really didn't have.
Oh, okay.
No?
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I really want to be there for your job interview. That's all I care about.
In 5 years, I see myself doing your wife. That's a line that your son Joe would use.
No. Wow. That's how you got the job, right, Joe?
He has to have a few beverages, I think, in that job interview, and then he will give you that answer. Well, there are 2 more things you should lie about.
Awesome. So far, so good.
Yeah. Here's
Right?
one of them. Here's one of them. You ready? I don't really care about money. I know that the profits of the company are more important. You can just pay me in cat urine.
Just pay me a fair, livable wage.
Yeah, please. Oh, God, Anna. God, it's a good thing you look like Miranda. Otherwise, I really would have.
I'm loving this.
I hate everything about this.
Lie about your hobbies. Please pick hobbies that sound professional and interesting. Don't tell me that all you do outside of work is watch Netflix.
Oh.
Wow.
I drink beer in the shower with other men.
Yes.
We play hockey too.
Yeah.
Lie about your.
I'm a professional wrestler.
BJ, you're out. That's all you do is watch Netflix.
You know what? I think we all owe George Santos, that politician that lied about everything he's done, an apology. He was just following Anna's advice probably on TikTok.
He probably enlisted
and he
her for
rose
help.
all the way to the top of politics. I'm sorry, George. The whole country owes you an apology.
We got to lie about our hobbies?
Yeah.
God, do I
like to grapple with oiled up men on the weekends?
No, that one is actually, you're hired immediately with that. It's the Netflix.
I feel like that'd be a fun conversation.
That is not. You do what, sir?
Well, like when I say, my hobby is I like to feed those that need food over the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
What?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Getting my verified belt back.
That's right. I'm going to get it back from that loose ledge, Adam Brooks, when he's back from Australia. Spoiler alert, I did last weekend. I'm the champ again.
You break the table.
I'm going to take Jake's stupid hat. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and this time he's not crushing my throat.
Okay, do you want to predict the number one thing you should lie about, according to Anna, the TikTok career counselor?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. Like, these are so good, though. I don't know if I can come up with
We haven't talked about money yet, though.
Yeah,
that's the
true.
thing. We haven't talked about money.
You think that's going to be the one?
Gosh, I mean, I hope that's really why I'm getting this stupid job. Are we ever going to have a conversation about money?
No.
Jesus, I hate this whole thing. That's a good thing. It's a good thing I'm at the tail end of this whole thing in my life.
So it said Mitch Hedberg had the best response to the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? He said, celebrating the 5th anniversary of you asking this question. LOL.
That's a great answer. Mitch. We need Mitch. We need Mitch for these conversations.
Yeah.
All right. This is Anna, the TikTok career coach, who's she's blowing up. She's very popular on TikTok. And yeah, Vicky said she's got a website that says she's amazing.
This has nearly 170,000 likes, this video.
Wow. This video is horrible. Here's the number one thing you should lie about when you're in a job interview.
Number 1, you can lie about your job description and your title. You can embellish it a bit.
Oh, my God.
Especially if you have been working above and beyond your job description and you haven't been getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, of course.
When I said I was working in radio and it was just college radio.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's unfortunately, this is the life we lead. We basically need to lie our way through life, and this is from a career counselor. This is just disturbing to me.
Jobs and relationships. Everyone lies at the get-go.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. You want to paint yourself in a better picture than you really are.
And then you wonder why everyone is so miserable. You know, why is it Jimmy a good worker? Because you're a moron boss that believed all of his lies. That's why. Because Anna told him to lie, and you love Anna, and everybody loves Anna, and so nobody's telling the truth about anything. And I can't tell you that I like a show on Netflix because you know what? Instead, I got to tell you I help the children. I help burn victims.
I was a terrible job interviewer when I had to interview.
Oh yeah, we're aware of that.
Oh really?
No, not
you cried during our job.
Yes,
interview.
I know. I'm also a terrible interviewee. I used to have to do it like
interviewer.
Yeah,
you interviewed people for jobs.
I did.
Why did they give you that job?
I don't know. The store manager of a smoothie shop, and let me tell you, I've hired the worst people in the world.
Dude, if someone had to take a shot every time I said fascinating after a question and someone answered a question, they would be wasted. Because they'd be like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. I honest to God.
I hired someone. Why, Jimmy is such a jerk to me. He said he was good to his boss at the old place. Well, actually, Jimmy stabbed his boss. He just didn't want to admit that during the job interview because Anna told him not to.
And if you're in a situation like if you're trying to get information about people nowadays, with all the possible lawsuits, previous companies really can't say anything about an employee, which is, I guess, reading between the lines. Yeah, he worked here. You know, I mean, if that's all you get, you pretty much don't even bother.
It's funny because the text just said, not sure Washington laws, but in Massachusetts, during the employment verification process, previous employers can't let the other employer know if the employee was fired from the job or not. They can only tell them if they worked or if the company worked with the company or not, and the dates that they worked from. That's it.
I worked for a company like that, and I was a good employee, but they couldn't tell whether I was a good or a bad. Like they would only verify that you worked there.
Oh, they can't say good things about you.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even a reference. I mean, I guess it was, but it was just like, yeah, they could call them and be like, "Did he work there? Yep. Can you tell us anything else? Nope."
Although you can get real creative with it. I've been doing a lot of Reddit reading, and one person had an employee who would never show up. She got like 2 chances, and she would just no call, no show for like a week and come back with a weird story. And then when she got references, they're like, if you can get so-and-so to work for you, you will be lucky. If you can actually get her to work for you. But he emphasized, if you can get her to work for you.
I would take a chance.
I think you'd get in trouble for that.
Yeah, you could get in trouble for that.
I've had so many people ask in the past, like, hey, can I put you down as a reference? I'm like, sure. And I've only been called once.
Oh, yeah.
And one time, it was forever ago, I got called about someone I didn't even remember.
That's amazing.
It was like it must have been like an intern or something. And I'm just like, I don't know who this person is.
But I don't know if they actually asked you. Like the person might not have asked you, and they just put you down, thinking, "Oh, he'll remember me." And it's
they
like,
must have.
Nope.
Yeah, or maybe I said, but I was like, I got the voicemail. It was back when we used to have phones and had voicemails here, and I'd be like, "Well, I'm calling about this person to see if they blah blah blah," and I'm like, so I call back. I'm like, "Oh yeah, they were great."
You embellished.
I can do. I don't care.
I got called
That's their
one.
problem.
You don't have to work for them.
They might have been great. Like, I don't want to screw them over. What if they were great? I don't remember their name.
My famous reference was I got called by CBS TV about one of our radio buddies who made it on the Amazing Race. And they asked me about
it. They did call you about that. That's right.
Yeah, they asked me about the green team, Justin and Diana, and they asked me about him, and I said, look, dude, you're crazy if you don't put this guy on. He's out. He is going to be so entertaining. And as it turns out, he was the star of that season. And so
he was up there. Definitely, that was a really fun season, and he was great.
Yeah. So and I was so shocked that they called. It's like, wait, you're calling me to see if you should have a contestant on your show? That's so wild. Where I've never been called, like you said, Steve, I've never been called for job interviews for anybody, but the Amazing Race wanted to make sure that they had a good guy on and I appreciated that, that Justin put me on there. I mean, he must have thought I'd say good things about him, which I did.
Just didn't have anyone else that was saying nice stuff.
That's very possible. Yeah.
He's like, man, who's going to say the least worst stuff about me?
That PJ guy, he'll do it.
I never worked with him.
All right.
We know each other.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
You know, one of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills? And of course, we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But, you know, one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy. And those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Your journey to enterprise AI is full of opportunities and challenges. How can I keep costs down? How can I keep my data safe? How can I use all of my data wherever it lives? With Cloudera at your side, you can move forward confidently with a trusted guide to help you navigate today's AI possibilities and tomorrow's breakthrough innovations. Cloudera. Trust your data. Start your journey at cloudera.com/trust.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs?
Woo, yeah, buddy.
I know Kyle from Polsbo is. Kyle, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Kyle has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, let's go.
An exercise that combines a squat, a push-up, and a jump in the air is what 6-letter word?
Burpee.
Yes. Nice. What year did Katy Perry perform at the Super Bowl halftime show?
2014, 2015.
2015, yes. MLK Day is observed the third Monday in which month?
June?
No.
July?
No.
May?
No. Pearl and Walla Walla are types of what vegetable?
Apples?
No.
Pass.
What is the official language of Uruguay?
Portuguese?
No.
Pass.
Who was the host of Kitchen Nightmares?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes. The Big Bang Theory has a spin-off show titled what?
Young Sheldon.
Yes. What is the name of the Frosted Flakes mascot?
It's not Tony the Tiger, is it?
It sure is. Ca is the symbol for what chemical element?
EA?
Ca.
Calcium?
Yes. Wow. Okay. And with that, you get 6 correct.
All right. Not a bad show.
I was pretty nervous there for you in the middle, but hey, 6 is pretty all right.
Yeah.
I am shaking.
Kyle, I have faith, okay? It's all good. Okay. Take a deep breath.
Do it, buddy.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
An exercise that combines a squat, a push-up, and a jump in the air is what 6-letter word?
A burpee.
Yes. What year did Katy Perry perform at the Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, man, I went that year. What the hell was it? 2015?
Yes. MLK Day is observed the third Monday in which month?
January.
Yes. Pearl and Walla Walla are types of which vegetable?
Cherries.
No.
Tomatoes.
No.
Onions.
Yes.
Nice.
What is the official language of Uruguay?
I'm going to go Spanish.
Yes. Who was the host of Kitchen Nightmares?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes. The Big Bang Theory has a spin-off show titled what?
Sheldon.
No.
Shelton?
No.
Young Sheldon.
Yes.
There we go.
What is the name of the Frosted Flakes mascot?
Tony the Tiger.
Yes.
Great.
Ca is the symbol for what chemical element?
Carbon.
No.
Calcium.
Yes.
Wow.
What is the main fruit juice used to make a Bloody Mary?
That would be tomato.
Yes. Oh my goodness. With that, you get a perfect 10, Steve. And you win 10-6.
Sorry, Kyle.
Wow.
He had a great game.
Hey, I'm going to have to go in and do some montage training or something, come back stronger.
There you go. That's
you gotta
it.
go to Russia in the snow.
Yeah. That's it. Thanks for playing, buddy.
Perfect.
And they stay there.
Although I'm a little disappointed in myself. If I known he got 6 right, I would have probably tanked one just to get the 6 to 9.
Nice.
Yeah, but the perfect 10
I know. It's
and
been a
DJ
minute.
Khaled. Come on. It has been a minute.
It's been a while since we heard that one.
Right?
That felt good.
I'm digging it.
I'm glad you are.
Yeah.
Because I am too.
Good for you. You know what? I knew you could do it. I knew you could come back. Got a survey talking about American couples and what they're fighting about. Turns out that 45% of us American couples, fight over thermostat settings.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My wife and I don't really fight that much, but my parents, I say fight. My dad would just yell at my mom for touching the thermostat. She never really fought with him, but he would get so mad. That was the first time my wife ever met my parents. Met my dad. She already met my mom because we got there early. My dad came home from work, and my mom tried to adjust the thermostat. And within seconds, he noticed that she adjusted it and started yelling. Not really at her, but just yelling. It was like, okay, Dad, you're just meeting my girlfriend at the time.
There we go.
This is a really odd impression to put on her.
So was he mad because of the temperature change, or was it because of energy costs?
He had to now go in there and reset everything again.
Oh, okay.
In all fairness, not that he should have been yelling. But my mom had no idea what she was doing. And she just started hitting buttons, and it just completely threw everything off.
Oh, yeah. That I can understand. It's not changing the temperature, but all those computerized ones.
Yeah, the temperature changed drastically. It got a lot hotter.
Yeah.
And also, it was very, Everything was all off. I don't know
Yeah.
what my mom did in those 30 seconds she did while touching it. And also, I'm like, why would you even try that, Mom? You know you don't know how to do these things. And I think she just got over there and just started hitting buttons.
Because my grandpa used to get mad at anyone who would touch it, but it was because he'd be like, "Oh, the cost of heat is just crazy these days. Do not touch it." He wanted it at a certain temperature because that would keep his bill under a certain amount every month.
Looks like you learned a little bit from him. You went a little bit more extreme. You don't even put on your heat.
Exactly. No argument, no heat.
See that? There's no fighting.
Your girlfriend's too frozen to say anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17% of people say they lock their partner out of being able to even adjust the thermostat settings.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and of course, Family Guy had a classic piece about this.
Can I turn the heat up?
Oh, don't touch the thermostat, Meg.
Come on, this thing goes up to 90.
Who touched the thermostat?
God, how does he always know?
Dude, it's so crazy. Even in our house, you change it just 1 degree, and it goes from being a little too chilly to being like uncomfortably warm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Just 1 degree.
Yeah. Sometimes it's maybe I'm a little bit of an exaggeration, but it would get a lot like noticeably warmer. Like we'll be at like 68, and my wife's like, it's a little chilly. I'm like, all right, I'll bump it up to 69.
Nice.
The next thing you know, we're like, it's a little too warm in here right now.
Yeah, I guess the room. The thing about I don't know if people have homes where they have separate cooling areas. Like some of the new homes are doing that, where you have a thermostat for each floor.
I wish, dude.
Because if you have a low ceiling room, you will feel it quicker. But if you are trying to heat a high or even cool a high ceiling room, all the other smaller low ceiling rooms just get to be either ice boxes or furnaces. Man,
that's our struggle every winter, because our downstairs, the ceilings are kind of high in some spots. So you turn up the heat because it's so chilly. And then you go upstairs because of the heat rising, and you're just like, oh my God, what is this? 2 different homes. It's like it's a sauna upstairs, it's an igloo downstairs.
Yeah. I don't. That's why I was like, so jealous of people who have those separate zone ones, man.
I know, dude. If I was building a house, I would make sure to have that. But if I was building a house, I think there's a lot of concerns people need to have. Right.
Yeah, that's
not going to go.
So they're not putting them in all the new homes. They still don't do that. Oh, I thought they were doing that with all the new ones because you have a pretty new home.
Yeah, our home's only a few years old. No. And also a weird thing. Someone looked at me like I was crazy because I'm like, yeah, it's so strange that they put the heaters on the ceilings. Because that makes no sense to me. Like, shouldn't the vents be on the floor? And they're like, I've never been in a home where the vents are on the floor. They're always on the ceiling. And I'm like, that's odd, because the last house I had, the heat vents were on the floor, and that made sense on the first floor because, with heat rising, wouldn't you want the heat to start at the bottom first?
Well, we have a sort of.
I'm no home builder though.
Yeah, well, I have a basement level. And I have, of course, the regular level. And it makes sense because the vents are on the floor in the regular level. And since they're trying to have access to the same heating system, the system sort of runs between both areas. So it's in the ceiling on the bottom level. But you're right, Steve. What they would like to do is have 2 separate systems so that the cold can come from the top and the heat can come from the bottom, since heat rises and cold falls.
Yeah, well, it's annoying, I tell you.
Yeah. And in this town, I think you're right, because we need heat more than we need cold usually. Mm-hmm. We don't at least back in the day, we didn't need air conditioning that much. So why would they build ceiling stuff when really it's the heat that we use more around here, which you should put in the floor?
It is funny that actually leads to a lot of arguments with people. I knew one buddy, he had the thermostat set on his phone, and he would even check it to make sure.
Oh, I got that.
That seems a little over the top. Not you having it, but he would check it to make sure because he was very cost conscious, like Danny was talking about. And he was just like, the hell, she has it up to 74 degrees right now. I'm like, well, what do you care?
Oh, so I didn't realize he was using it for stocking.
And he would change it back on his phone.
That's awesome. Okay. I love that, because you could, with mine, you can change TV channels too.
Oh, that I would do I remember I used to get my now wife, when she was a girlfriend at the time, I would do that to troll her sometimes. If she was in the house, I was upstairs, I would change the channel. She's like, something's wrong with your cable box. I'm like, what? It keeps going back to the NHL network. I'm like, that's strange. I don't
You're
get
such
it.
a troll.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. What is Help Wanted? Well, really, we get a lot of phone calls during Listeners on the Loose and a lot of texts of people with relationship issues and job issues and dumb issues. And Steve just thought, you know what? Listeners on the Loose is not enough time. It needs its own subject every day, its own place.
At least a couple a day, it seems like. In fact, now that we're doing Help Wanted, it's more than a couple a day. People got problems, BJ, and clearly we're their solution.
We are their solution.
We're the cheapest solution, at least.
Yeah, why pay for therapy? You know we're all crazy.
Yes.
So good chances we've experienced what you've experienced and might even have some advice.
And maybe not good advice, but maybe at least you'll know that you're not alone in having to deal with something absurd or stupid.
Yeah, no matter how dumb you think it is, we are here for you. Call us or text us now, 206-803-ROCK. It's Help Wanted.
We've got a couple to pick from that are pretty juicy.
All right.
This one just came in. It could be about, this quite possibly is the world's worst groomsman. So we could have a question from that.
Okay, then.
Or one that involves bikini baristas.
Oh, I just saw a couple of stands recently. I was up in the Everett area.
Saw them, did you?
I have not gone in.
Well, you don't go in. You just pull up.
I haven't done that either.
All right. Just pull up, but don't pull out.
Yeah. There we go.
That could be the name of it.
Yeah. All right. Let's. Oh boy, I like the groomsman. Well, what are you feeling, Vicky? You feeling bikinis?
I'm feeling groomsmen, actually.
Groomsmen, good. I was
Here we
kind of
go.
leaning towards that one, too.
Let's do it.
Man, I think we're all going to just crucify this guy.
All right.
All right, he said, 2 of my good friends are engaged and getting married. The wedding is planned for later this year. I want to see both of them happy. Problem is, I've been smitten by the bride-to-be ever since I met her. At the time, I was in another relationship, but by the time that ended, her relationship with my buddy had just blossomed. As the wedding date approaches, I can't help feeling like I need to say something before all opportunity fades. I know I should just get over her, but after dating others, my mind's eye comes back to her. To top it all off, I was asked to be one of the groomsmen. I feel increasingly dishonest by omission, but I don't want to sabotage 2 meaningful friendships. Should I tell her? Should I tell anyone? Or should I do what I've done for the last few years and keep my mouth shut?
It's like Jesse's Girl.
Yeah, it's like someone's
just
writing
like
a really
Jesse's Girl.
bad rom-com from the 80s right here.
Yeah.
And it's just everything about it.
Yeah.
I've been smitten by the bride-to-be.
Yeah, you, first of all...
I feel dishonest by omission, BJ.
Boy. You know, sometimes when a person is friendly to people, folks just get the wrong idea.
Does he just think like she's been pining for him as well? And like if you say something...
Yeah, that's what that's the first thing that should be in your head. It's like if he didn't put that down. If he had put down that she's been making advances towards me, I would be like, yeah, you need to say something because your buddy needs to know that the girl's not actually being completely faithful.
Right.
But it seems like this is all in his head, and she has done nothing to encourage this.
No, it sounds like a one-way street.
Yeah, and I've
got it. He's a groomsman.
Yeah.
So clearly, you get your buddy a hooker and film it, and then send it to her, and then the relationship ends, and now you guys can be together.
Thank you. I was drawing a blank.
Yeah.
I knew you'd come through with some great advice.
I needed to think about it. I'm like, you know what? He isn't in the wrong, actually. We can fix this.
Yeah. I mean, this is meant to be, right? Just
Please
get a
don't take
boombox, John Cusack style, and that'll fix it, too. Just, do that.
I feel like we are writing the world's worst 1987 romantic comedy.
Here's what I want to say. When somebody says smitten, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, you're thinking with the other part of your body. Because, a relationship, a marriage, it's going to be a long-term thing, and it's more than just being smitten. Eventually, if you're in for the long haul, the smittenness is going to be gone, and then you got to be like, can I live with this person? Are they a cool person to live with? That's something they don't ever tell you. They really need to tell you that marriage is more about that. Being with somebody compatible. My wife and I have had so many struggles because we're not compatible. We laugh about how we're never matched up on all those eHarmony things that they do. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we got together because we really don't have a lot in common, but it is definitely more challenging than I see other couples who seem to have more interests and more in common with each other. So smitten just isn't enough. You can't use that as a reason to want to spend 20, 30, 40 years with somebody.
I like this text. Kept it simple. Keep your mouth shut, D-bag.
There, you know what? You could. That was a lot less worse than what I said.
Yeah, I mean, are you so full of yourself that I need to tell them? I need to let her know. That way she doesn't miss out on me. Like, what a weird thing that even. Oh, I feel bad for the buddy that asked you to be his groomsman. Like, he actually thought highly enough of you to want you to be a groomsman.
Now, hold on a second.
D-bag.
Here's the thing. I'm going to help this this guy out.
Okay.
I was told many years ago by my therapist that it is very healthy for human beings to have crushes on other human beings even after you're married, where you get smitten with people. Mm-hmm. So he's not a bad guy to be smitten with her. It does happen to us. And I think if we were to talk to everybody, and if they could really be honest, they would say, "Oh, I've had a ridiculous amount of crushes, even though I'm in a committed relationship." And this can't be more than that. He doesn't really know her. He hasn't spent a lot of time. So it's a crush. And he's not a bad guy for having a crush. But dude, she's with him. That's your man. You just have to get over that and be a good dude and shut the F up and go do the wedding. Or if you don't think you can, or if you think a little alcohol is going to make you be a weirdo.
Oh, boy. I hope they don't let him do a speech.
Yeah.
Sheila.
Yeah.
I want to see you naked right now.
I know, dude. It's like, does anybody have any objections to this? I do, and how come nobody asked? Usually they ask, and I could have stood up with my boom box, and she would have...
He purposely loses the wedding rings.
Yeah. You really, if you can't be a groomsman, then bow out, make up an excuse, just tell him, hey, dude, I can't. I just feel like it's a lot. Whatever. It just so that you don't ruin his wedding, and if you can't keep it together. But yeah, you need to shut up. She's marrying him. Don't be a bad friend.
What a weird thing to even think that you need to step in and say this.
I tell you, because we just don't understand romance, Steve. Nobody tells us about it.
It's the damn romantic comedies we grew up on. Man.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like they need to have this moment.
So you're not a bad guy for having a crush, but that's all it is. It's a crush. This is not something to base a long-term relationship on, especially stealing somebody else's wife, and they both they want to be together. You'd be messing up, and you don't even know if she wants you anyway.
Yeah, if you really want to do it, then just stop being friends with them. Like, because obviously you're not a good friend. You know what I mean? If it's going to bug you that much, you can't be around her because you have all these feelings, then just maybe it's time to just find a new set of friends.
Friggin' Rick Springfield.
There's a lot of people to blame, BJ.
It's Rick Springfield, because he was pining for Jesse's girl, and when they start talking cute, he thinks Dirty Minds are,
I feel increasingly dishonest.
How did that song end? Did he ever get resolution, or is he
got
just
chlamydia and died?
Wow, that was pretty extended. No wonder we haven't heard from Rick Springfield.
Yes.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I'm dead.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, well, I think did we help?
No. Actually, I think we might have in this one. I think he should shut. I think the texter said it right. Keep your mouth shut.
Douchebag.
D-bag.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, Massengill, be quiet. Summer's Eve.
All right.
So again, this is Help Wanted, a relationship problem at work, anything else. It doesn't matter how dumb you think this is. We're here for you. 206-803-ROCK. Call us. Text us.
Oh, man. You want to do the Bikini Barista one?
Danny, you up for it?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Of course he is. All right.
Gosh,
here we go, baby.
Savage, I feel.
And we're famous for this. Other people around the country don't even know what the hell this concept is, but thanks to Washington.
It is fun to tell, like, when people come here and they start, like, say, what is up with these stands with
I'll tell you what is up, buddy.
And this is not a thing anymore. I think it's like Vegas, I think Arizona and Washington might be the only places. I'm shocked California really hasn't picked this up, or Florida.
Did we start this?
Yes.
Yeah, you know why, don't you? Because we're amazing.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know what the reason was going to be, but I'll go with that
one.
one.
That's why. Who else would come up with a great idea but
Delicious
us?
coffee and sweet heinies.
Yeah,
why not put them together?
buddy.
All right. This one texted us yesterday, said, at what point should someone just stop using their looks as a career? My sister is in her mid-30s and is still a bikini barista. I've defended her career choice to my family as I know it's just a job and who cares. But I mean, she's closer to 40 than 30 now. I think it's time to hang it up if you ask me.
Well, first of all, I don't know how you could judge your sister based on what she needs to be qualified to be a bikini barista, because I think that's a little creepy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to have to judge my sister and go, you're hot or not to be doing this. No, so right off the bat, I'm a little worried about that.
Now, if it's your stepsister, I'll give you a pass.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That thumbnail is a legitimate thumbnail in certain places.
Depending when you both entered each other's lives, of course.
What an odd thing to have a sort of conversation about.
I said, yeah, why not just leave her alone? Like, she can just do it until she wants to stop doing it, or until she realizes, you know what, I'm not getting any tips anymore, and nobody's coming up to the stand. Maybe it's time for me to just let the young crop pop in.
And she's still in her 30s. Can we name
closer to 40 than 30, BJ, though?
Still, let's say 37.
I love that he had to put that in there.
Let's say she's 37, 38. I think we could go on IMDb and search for all the 38-year-old actors out there. And really, these women still look amazing. So I don't have any reason to believe she couldn't still be in that business. I think you could go all the way up to 50 at least. And then depending upon how well you do your thing, you might even be able to go beyond 50. Look at Martha Stewart, for crying out loud. I bet she could be a bikini barista if she wants to.
I wonder. Okay, I mean that would be interesting, especially if she's making pastries. I would go see her.
Yeah, well,
if I can get some of Martha's pastries, I don't care if she's in a bikini or.
You saw her rocking Sports Illustrated.
Honestly, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen that spread, as it were?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I have heard and read about it. I just haven't.
You have heard and read? You're the only guy that actually read articles and didn't look at the pictures, literally about a person that has pictures. I love that.
I saw people bring it up and read a couple tweets about people. I'm like,
there it is. There's Vicky's got them.
I didn't want to see it, man. It was like Titanic. I just never wanted to go through. No,
you don't want to see an 80-year-old?
Yeah. She looks fine.
I mean, look, I'm with you. She looks fine. I mean, I'm not going to. Look, I have to tell you, though, if Martha Stewart came knocking, I'd be like, sure, why not?
Okay, how do your wife feel about that?
Oh, I mean, if I'm a single guy, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Martha actually has been holding back. She wanted to let
She's
you
waiting.
know back when you were getting married.
She's waiting. I know she had a crush on me. Yeah. That's why she couldn't be my wife's bridesmaid. Martha had to bow out.
Yeah. Now, if he has a concern about, hey, what's your long-term plan? Like, what are you going to do when this time is up for a career? Like, maybe he's just concerned as a brother. I don't know how close their relationship is.
I will say this. I feel like here's what she could do. She could start chatting up some of the coffee people. Maybe she meets somebody cool.
Oh, like a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, why not? I mean, she's kind of an unofficial sugar. She's an unofficial sugar baby, really. It is a legal sugar baby, sort of, or at least a much more safe version of the sugar baby, where people coming up to see you naked or half naked or whatever and getting coffee and giving you money. You can take that further if you wish to and become a sugar baby officially to one person.
And like one time she even said, my neighbor's a bikini barista. She's making blank and bank.
Yeah.
That's not too bad to look at when she's outside.
Oh, nice.
Do you know if your sister's saving that money? I think that's the big one, because a lot of folks in the exotic dance world or bikini barista world, they're really smart. They go out there and they just sock that money away and create a greater retirement account for themselves.
Some make a ton of money, and some even turn it into like a bit like our friend Rachel Barley, who was a rock girl. Like she's gone from being a bikini barista to now like she's running like a bikini barista empire.
Rachel,
like the Lucky Devil Latte or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember, but she's opening up new ones left and right.
Yeah, see? So, again, Rachel's just using whatever she can to make money, which is what we all do. By the way, Rachel's another one where I can't imagine at any age she still wouldn't be qualified.
But that's the thing. I mean, you're as qualified so long as people are coming and buying coffee from you, I guess, then you're doing your job, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's a problem with the family. I think the brother and the parents are just ashamed.
Well, it sounds like he was defending her for a while. Now he's finally maybe caving into the pressure of her not being a bikini barista.
Yeah,
is he embarrassed for her?
Honestly, if she's not using her money properly, well, she's like any other human being who, if you make a lot of money, there's a lot of people in every profession that make stupid decisions when they make a lot of money. So I can't really put her down for that. But I feel like what else would you have her do where she could make that kind of money?
Oh, one time she said she could transition into like a new version of a bikini barista called Mocha Milfs. Who knows milk better than Milfs?
Honestly, I would feel better going to a place like that.
Mocha Milfs would dominate. That's a great idea, Texter.
Dude, that's why, I'll be honest with you, That's kind of why I don't want to go to a bikini barista stand. I feel like that I just look like a perv
So you
because
wanna
I'm
go
as
to
old
one-
as I am.
like-
I would go to Mocha Mills.
Mid-30s and up.
Yeah, Mocha Mills. Probably 40s, to be honest with you. Even mid-30s seems like it's way too young for me. I think you got to be in your 40s. So Mocha Mills would be a place I'd go.
Okay, I like how you're like, yeah, you're too young. You're 35.
Well, yeah, it's all about optics. You know what I mean? It really is all about optics. And I feel like people... Look, if I showed up with somebody, if I was single and showed up with somebody in their 40s, Steve, that's still somebody 20 years younger than me. And that's a lot of years. But I think that I still could pull that off where people wouldn't go, oh, my God, you're a perv. But if I show up with somebody in my 30s or younger, in their 30s or younger, that's why I got Mocha Mills. Please open that up.
Mocha Mills would be a multi, I don't know, I mean, $1 million.
A multi-million dollar.
Yes. I feel like that one would do really well.
Yeah. I'm all for it. You and I should start that business.
I was about to say you should start that business. I don't got that kind of net worth like you do. What's she at right now?
Yeah. Oh, who haven't checked my net worth in a long time.
It's been at least a week.
Yeah, a lot of things. I've been going to a lot of therapy lately, so it could be in big trouble.
If it's over $1 million, you gonna invest in Mocha Mills?
Oh no, I need more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I need more than over $1 million to be investing in a possible franchise that's going to fail.
You're not kidding. Your therapy must be costing a ton. You're at $500,000.
What?
That's the lowest I've ever been. $500,000 net worth.
Yeah,
dude.
I have a home on Mercer Island. That's got to be worth something, right?
I think it's time to get your therapist from Groupon.
Yeah, you're right. I'm screwed.
Or maybe you should start texting into the show and we'll give you free advice.
I think you're absolutely right.
Just for a few months, get you back up there again.
I think I do. I should be texting help wanted myself.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Usually with my office, we do a flat fee that includes all your court costs, filing fees, credit counseling, credit reports, in one cost. In Chapter 13 cases, that usually starts at about $900. With Chapter 7 cases, the total cost, including all your court costs, attorney fees, is usually about $1,500. We offer payment plans on Chapter 7, so you can start a file with my office for as little as $200. You can send your creditor calls to us. We'll take your creditor calls while you gather up your information and make payments on the rest of the fees. With Chapter 13 cases, we can make payment arrangements in most cases as well and get your case filed even sooner in a Chapter 13 case because of the reorganization aspect to it.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I want to give everybody a warning. I am about to be very curmudgeon-y about this next story.
Awesome.
Just want to
As
let you know
opposed to what other stories have we done that you haven't been?
I am a delight. What are you talking about?
I mean, emphasis on the D part. Yeah.
10 years ago, there was a man, his name was Lloyd. He wrote a novel.
Okay.
And he released it. The name of the book is Stone Maidens. And it did not sell well back 10 years ago. And as of last week, it was ranked like over 1,400 among thriller and suspense novels that you can get on Amazon. So, like, they were 1,400 better than that at least.
I mean, he's at least in the top 2,000.
Yeah.
He's in the top 1,500. I
Yeah.
brag about that. I'm like, of all the books that have been put out, I'm one of the 1,500 best ones.
Yeah, and it didn't make him a lot of dough, though.
Then again, I'm the guy who will brag. I'm like, I'm the 1,000th wrestler that's been in AEW. So
Yeah, you are that guy.
I'll take it.
So this guy's 74 years old. He was like, all right, whatever, gave up on the whole thing. But 10 days ago, his daughter posted a TikTok of him at his desk, said it would be great if he gets some sales. And the other day, his book hit #1 on Amazon's bestseller list.
What?
How hot is this girl?
Yeah, how did that happen?
I know. You're right, Danny. I have to see the daughter. There he is
I
at
don't
the
think there's
desk.
any pictures or video of her. I haven't seen her.
And how did this even get, how did it's been viewed over 43 million times? Like, how did this become a TikTok thing? Like, is she...
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she popular on TikTok?
Now, here's Marguerite, his daughter, telling her dad that his novel is officially now a bestseller, and he has a funny take on this news.
Because of them, you're #1. I love you, Dad.
Thank you. Well, boy, I'm ready for a nap.
I'm with you, bro. He's crying. That's all. Dude, I got goosebumps. That's pretty awesome.
BJ's not happy.
No, I mean...
Why? What is the problem with this?
Because it's just like, it's #1. Why? It's not because it's good or anybody likes it.
You don't know. You know how many good books are probably out there that I'll never read because I don't read? Or maybe for me, it'd be more about music. How many great albums that I'll never hear just because it never got into my hands?
Yeah, you just never heard it.
Right.
Until somebody tells you.
And then all of a sudden you discover it.
Hey, this is an awesome album.
And do you know how much crap is out there that actually never got into your hands because it's not supposed to get into your hands because it's not good?
14 years of writing, 11 years of no sales. Now Stone Maidens is the #1 book on Amazon.
And look, he's his hiking poles too,
He's
like
got
you.
yeah, he's old like you.
How
man.
much does it cost? You see, people will give donations. I wonder how many of those people are going to actually read that
$10.
book.
Yeah,
so
buy it.
So basically,
Read
for
the
10
reviews. I bet the reviews are great.
Yeah, I can buy that book right now, make it a bestseller, and throw it in the trash. Wow. And that's so that doesn't mean that it is a best-selling book as far as for quality. It's just because we want to do a nice thing.
But best-selling means for best-selling. It's exactly what the definition is. It's the bestseller.
5 stars out of 898 reviews.
Boom.
Really? How many? Do we know how many?
Couldn't
reviews?
put it down. Chilling serial killer thriller.
Do we know
What if it
how
becomes a
many of
movie?
those? Do we know how many of those? Oh, it should be at this point. You've got to make a movie out of it because it's a great TikTok story. So at least the Hallmark Channel should
It's
do
an
it.
incredible feel-good story. Of course, you don't feel good from it.
Because it's fake. It's not because his book is good.
It is good according to
define
everyone that's read it.
What's good and what's
According
not.
to everyone that's read it. Well,
So
okay.
it said, I'm with BJ on this one. F that guy.
Yeah, it's not that I'm. Look,
I love how we're
understand-
mad at this poor guy who looks like he lives like a very
it's not
modest
a-
life.
We're redefining, like, a best-selling book is a book that's actually a book that's so good that people want to buy it to read it. These people just want to buy it because it's a feel-good story. Maybe they'll read it.
Yeah, but who cares what the intentions are? They still bought it.
Yeah, but then it's not what bestseller means.
Yeah, bestseller means it's selling the best.
It's like when Oprah...
It's sold better than anyone else.
When somebody like, oh my God, Oprah recommended this book and it's a bestseller because she put her gold
Okay,
stamp on it.
hold
This
on
is
a
kind of the same thing. Book talk on TikTok.
Well, no, but
pushed it out.
Oprah put a bestseller on it because she said she liked the book. She thought it was a good book. Then people went and
This
bought the book
daughter
and read
liked
it.
the book.
Yeah, this
Wouldn't it
is
be funny
different.
if she never read the book?
What if it was a car that was a pile of junk, but because the daughter said, "Please help my dad. He's got this car."
If the car costs $10, I'll buy it.
Okay, I have bad news though. That's kind of sides with BJ. If you look at the old reviews when that first came out,
Oh, don't do this. Don't do it to us, Danny.
not that great.
No?
No, that's the problem. Is that this is
Look at
just
this cute guy with his suspenders and
Yeah.
he's got a wolf on his sweater.
And in the
I
last-
want to believe.
I want to believe too.
Last 10 years, I feel like serial killer documentaries, books, movies,
Are you kidding
everyone
me,
has been
Vicky?
obsessed with it.
Are you
And I can
kidding
see
me?
why people would be okay with
They're
this.
not okay with it, is what I'm saying. They're just trying to be nice. Like Danny said, the original reviews were like, it's not a good book. Just because it's about a good subject you like doesn't mean it's going to be a good book.
You just don't know. Maybe he just got in the hands of the wrong people originally. Now it's in the hands of the right people.
Here's the thing. I am talking to you. You're a troll. Vicky's a contrarian, and I really would like to say that
you're
differently.
A curmudgeon.
Yeah.
I'm not a curmudgeon. I'm a realist.
Wonder Twins, activate.
There are people that literally go, my God, I'm on Amazon. Someday I'd like to get a best-selling book, and they are right now going, this is killing me. It's kind of like
TikTok.
It's kind of like AMC stocks. It's just like, this isn't real. It's just people gaming a system.
This guy went to the moon, man. Right there. I wonder how many books he sold.
He went to the moon?
Yeah, to the moon. That's the whole stock thing.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Okay.
I just understand how, it's insane how things just blow up virally on TikTok, because the first video that was ever posted was the video about him. So it's not like she had this following. It was just, I created this TikTok. Somehow it spread virally, got 44 million views, and then has made other videos as well to follow up on that. That to me is the most impressive part.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at another review from 2016, and they gave it a 4.5 if they could do 4.5.
But what Danny's saying more, just because there's one good review doesn't mean that they were good reviews.
Just because there were one bad review doesn't mean
Danny
it was
saw
bad
a lot
reviews.
Danny saw a lot of bad
I'm
reviews.
seeing a lot of good ones too.
Define
2013, 4.5,
So then
4.1. Yeah.
So then why was it 1,500 on the list? Why weren't people buying this book?
Dude, how many books get put out? You can't keep up on every book.
Wow.
You should buy it and read it, and then tell us how it's going to go.
I don't.
I do that, but I don't read.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go.
I'm happy for Lloyd and Stone Maidens.
I look. I'm. But the thing is, if I was Lloyd, here's the thing. I'm a proud person. This is just patronizing. My book is not that good. You just got a lot of people to feel sorry for me. And I look at that guy, if I was his friend, like Lloyd, don't be so happy about this. It's not because your book is any good. It's because people
why he'll never be your friend.
People like the old man. Would you really believe it if you were a horrible musician and you really weren't good? It's one thing if you're good, but if you really weren't good, and then all of a sudden somebody puts out a video, like Tatum puts out a video of you and you're 70 years old and you're playing badly, and they go, this guy's the best musician ever. I'd be like, no, you were never good. This is just you're just getting patronized by people that like old people and want to do nice things.
I'm sure, though, for him, he's like, I wrote this book. I don't know how to get it out into the hands. I don't know how to market it. I don't know what to do. And after he tried back in the old days of 15 years ago when he didn't have social media like we do now, and it never got into the hands of enough people. And he was probably like, I wish I knew I had a marketing budget. I wish I had this. Now all of a sudden, social media is that marketing, and it got into the hands of people, and maybe some people like it, maybe some people don't, but I don't begrudge this guy. I'd be so happy for him. Like, dude, good for you. At least now your hard work is in the hands of many.
But let's be honest. The book was not.
I'm sure the book's trash. I look at the cover.
Of course it is. Yeah.
But that's just me.
And let's be honest. When we hear about things, we make a decision whether we want to buy them. So I will ask you, Victoria, since you're the one that wants to argue, because you would not buy this book.
I just bought
it. At all. Did you really?
Yeah.
You did not. You know what? I would call your wife right now and go, your husband's a moron.
$10.
You could spend $10 on anything besides this stupid book.
You know what? One less cup
Buy
of coffee
something nice for your wife as opposed to $10 for this dumbass book.
Well, now she's not getting a cup of coffee today because of this, but you know what? Hey.
That's what I would challenge everybody on this show. There's no way you're buying this book because you believe it's a good book. You're buying this book because you want to do something nice for an old person. That's all I'm saying, which to me, my generation, that's patronizing. No. I want you to buy my product because you actually want to read it or you think it's good, not because you go, oh, there's an old guy and he's sad, let's make him happy. That doesn't make me happy.
I love that the bio says, from TikTok sensation Lloyd Devereaux Richards comes the heart-pounding story of an FBI agent as she attempts to unmask a serial killer who leaves her a calling card with a terrifying connection to her own haunted past.
I'm reading the back. It sounds creepy as hell, and I want to know what happens.
Buy the book.
Well, buy the book.
I'd give you mine, but I bought it for BJ for his birthday.
And then are you going to read the book, Vicky? No, of course not.
If it's on audiobook, I might.
I might. Look at you guys. You guys are such hypocrites.
I want to see if it's on audiobook first.
You're right. You're all hypocrites because you're not going to admit the truth. I'll admit the truth. I would do it to help the guy, to make him feel better. Sure, that's nice.
But he doesn't even care. He's going to take a nap.
No, I mean, I would, yeah, but he's crying, isn't he? Which means he's touched.
Yeah, he probably feels the love of random strangers handing over $10 to show some love and support for this
If
man.
that's it,
It's only 324 pages.
Yeah, if that's it, that's great.
That'll take me like 2
But
years
he's not a best-selling author
Yes,
by
he
the
is.
definition of what that means, that your book was so good so many people wanted to read it. He's not that.
Define good. There's lots of turd books out there that probably are bestsellers.
Hey, but people read them and like them.
No, sometimes they inflate those numbers. Like people will buy the books, so it becomes a bestseller, and they just bought them. Like a store buys a bunch of them, or if like there's like,
all right,
that has happened many a times. Like it's no different than music. Like a record label might buy the albums so that way that it pads the numbers. Like this has been happening since the dawn of time.
So how can we trust anything?
We
then at that
don't.
point?
We don't trust anyone. Trust no bitches.
Trust
That's what I've always
trust
said.
no bitches. All right, well, Vicky, I'm sorry, but I can't trust you.
I need that bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Hashtag trust no bitches.
Trust no bitches.
I mean, padding numbers has always happened. At least this is an honest version of padding the numbers.
All right, I'll give you that. You're right. This is definitely padding numbers. I myself, I would be nice to my daughter, but like inside, I would be going. I feel so
a
patronized.
good point. What do you expect from a guy that likes Almond Joy?
That's fair. Yeah.
You don't know what this guy likes.
No, you.
I know. I get.
okay,
Thank you,
gotcha.
Danny.
It is ironic that it's called Almond Joy. There's no joy in BJ.
That's the only joy that goes.
I get
in
a
him.
lot of joy from having that candy bar. I wish I could have one right now. I love Almond Joys.
All about too,
I
man.
mean, it's the Marie Kondo of candy bars for me.
Yeah.
Because it sparks joy.
Almond
Jesus,
Joy
Danny.
sparks joy for cranky old nuts.
Oh, wow, you know what? Why are you not working for an advertising agency?
you.
I mean,
Thank
you're a genius. You know what I'm going to do
in your life?
I'm going to give you $10 so that you could be Ad Genius of the Year, so that you'll feel good about yourself.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Oh. Boy, I'll tell you, the internet's not happy with this family because they posted a theme park hack on TikTok, which involved using raised up shoes for their son so he could be tall enough to go on rides at Disneyland.
Brilliant. I should do that with Tatum. It's time for us to get on Space Mountain.
Man, they used the old school guy check when guys were too short, and they put lifts in their shoes and whatever,
boy.
so that way back in the the 40s and 50s when you wanted to be taller.
I think that's what Russell Wilson wears, so that he's 5'11", right?
Mr. Unlimited. So here's the father breaking down how they made their son Cannon. Oh, the kid's name is Cannon with a K. That's pretty awesome. So this is how the dad's like, here's how our son, we were able to make him taller and therefore bypass the ride safety restrictions.
Meet my son, Cannon, our thrill-seeking boy who can't get enough of Disney theme park rides. The only problem, you ask? He's just not tall enough for the big ones. But we didn't want that to stop him from feeling the rush, so we took matters into our own hands and crafted a shoe that just might do the trick. With the help of towering heels, extra flip-flop bottoms, and some Gorilla Glue, we've possibly discovered the ultimate theme park hack.
Okay, this has got to be a joke.
Also, turn down the freaking music in the back. I couldn't even concentrate.
Oh, no, I was feeling that. That was awesome. That got me more hyped.
Wow.
That doesn't look uncomfortable or unsafe at all.
No, that's, your kid. Yeah.
He's wearing platform shoes, basically.
Yeah, a little kid whose body's just developing. Hopefully his ankles are strong enough to be able to deal with that. Well, this video on TikTok attracted...
They should have put him on stilts at this point.
Yeah. Oh, man. This, of course, theme park workers, well, they saw it, and they commented and pointed out why, no, dude, this is dangerous. One said, quote, "This is why we're trained to look at shoes to see if they are tampered with. I hope you're joking."
I do love somebody's comment and said, just like a cannon will be yeeted out of his seat because he's too small to ride that ride. There's certain reasons why they go with the height restrictions.
Yeah, this is another one. Said, "I used to work at Disney on the Primeval Whirl, which had one of the highest height restrictions. And yeah, for a reason we have that restriction, because it's for your safety there, buddy." Lots of backlash. Ty, I mean, I don't know who Ty is, but you know what? We need to hear what he has to say.
I believe the dad.
Oh, that's Dad. Oh, all right. Well, Ty was like, "Hey, hold on a second. Let me defend myself here." As he said, Cannon is actually tall enough for the rides, even in normal shoes. Then why would you go to all this trouble?
For TikTok views, duh.
Oh, so he measured him on camera to prove it. So it turns out, yeah, they just did the whole thing, I guess, then just to go viral. And he didn't need the lifts. And so this was just a gigantic waste of time?
Well, define waste of time.
Yeah. Okay.
I had fun watching the video. I felt like I had it was very beneficial of my time. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so are we? Do you believe that the
He's
kid
got
is
1.2 million followers? The Kelly fam.
Oh, so they're
TikTokers.
Okay, so this is just content for them, and it's not. Do you believe that they just did it for views and the kid was always tall enough?
I don't know.
Because I wonder if it was a backtrack.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, kids do grow quick, and who knows? Maybe they made this video a few months ago, and since then he has grown, or crazy, but they maybe fudged the numbers on the measuring of it all.
Yeah.
To be like, oh yeah, look, he's measuring up just fine, but actually he's not.
Here's what I want. You know what? I've got sour grapes because our industry is highly regulated. And yet anybody can do whatever they want on these things and do it. I mean, we've got rules and regulations of things that like people that don't have any rules or regulations. And we're actually professionals. Like we trained for this. We went to school for this. You know, I mean,
how did we train? What did we do to train?
Well, I went to school. I don't know about you, but I went to school.
I went to school, but I mean, what kind of training?
I had to get. Back in the day, I actually had to get a license.
I did too.
Yeah, so I mean, we had to go through some motions.
I am a licensed broadcaster and professional wrestler.
That's
I have licenses for both.
Look at that.
I dropped
Who else could say that in this industry?
Nobody.
That's right, damn it.
And you know, we actually can't go do stuff that would actually. I mean, in our business, people used to do stuff.
That's the thing, though. Like people used to, and then eventually it got more regulated because people were being idiots. Now that's what the internet is. Right now, they're in the infant stage of doing stupid stuff, and no one's getting in trouble for doing stupid stuff. But it's just a matter of time that they're just as regulated as us. I'm not too worried about.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder, because that is the conversation that's been had a lot, and of course, the Facebooks of the world are resisting this. You know, and Twitter, everybody is like, no, you can't regulate us. But it's like, yeah, I think it's time. You know, because. You know, whether or not people are stupid, you put somebody in a bad mood because they think something is real. That's, to me, I think at some point you got to go, hey, no, you idiots. Or, you know, if you're idiots, maybe you should, someone should come pay you a visit about how you take care of your kid one way or the other.
It's a stupid bit for TikTok. I mean, as long as they really weren't putting their child at any risk or any harm.
See, that we don't know, do we?
We don't. But let's just say they didn't. And this is just one giant bit for them. Like, I mean, because it's so ridiculous. Those shoes are so ridiculous looking. And it was just for a silly TikTok video. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Like, you're just being idiots, but you're not hurting anybody. As long as the kid's not being hurt.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, if they're putting a kid in a situation where it could be hurt, then that's a whole other argument.
See, the government would disagree with you about whether or not people have been hurt.
Well, me and the government, we don't see eye to eye on everything, BJ. We have our talks. Sometimes I hang up on them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm in no mood to talk to you, government. I'll call you tomorrow.
That's why they're looking at you. That's why they're looking at you. Of course, you know, as bad of an experience as that might be for you and the government, I do hear that Vicky's actually, Vicky had a little bit of a weird, I heard you had a little awkward time at the doctor.
Yeah, went into the doctor. The lady doctor specifically.
Oh, you went for a checkup, the full meal deal checkup?
Yeah, I needed a mechanic to look under the hood, if you will.
Oh, all right. Okay, that's different than the eye doctor I'm seeing today.
Oh, maybe. I mean,
but I was told that I have to take my clothes off as well.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay, cool.
Well, if you
I've never been to an eye doctor before, but they said make sure you just wear loose clothes.
It's very similar. If you watch the new Ant-Man movie, spoiler alert, not that, but you know what? We all have holes, and so the eye doctor is looking at one of your holes, Steve.
Oh, okay, because I do have that children's book called "We All Have Holes."
Yeah. Well, if you watch Ant-Man: Quantumania, you're going to even hear more about holes. Oh my God. So hey, there's something to look forward to.
Okay, weird transition, but back to Vicky.
Yes.
Yes. While I was at the doctor, I always warn, whether it's a dentist or a doctor, hey, if I fall asleep on you because I'm laying down, don't freak out. I wake up really early for work. I can fall asleep anywhere, and sometimes I do. So
I've had dentists put like that block in my mouth because as they're cleaning my teeth, I'm falling asleep and closing my mouth on them.
If you can fall asleep while somebody is exploring your nether regions, good for you.
Well, I've fallen asleep at a rave at the Tacoma Dome. I could literally
I fell asleep
sleep
at a
anywhere.
Deftones concert.
Yeah.
Oh no, Alice in Chains.
Yeah, I watched the Deftones,
Yes.
and then it was just way too late.
Jealous
for me.
of both of you, the way you guys can just fall asleep like that.
But I like to, preemptively warn the people, because then if I twitch awake or something, I don't want them to freak out. So, of course, the natural question is, so what do you do? Tell them, I work for a radio station all the way in Seattle, so I have a long drive back. Oh, what radio station? I'm like,
oh, boy.
I work for KISW, specifically with the morning show. That's why I'm, at my doctor's appointment now. Oh, and she looks at my chart to look at my name. I listen to that show every morning on my way to work.
As she's...
My legs are up in the stirrups.
Awesome.
She's looking under the hood. I'm like,
boy, hopefully everything's okay under there now that she knows who you are.
but we didn't make eye contact. We didn't say like, hey, Vicky. Like, it was one of those we kind of like,
Okay.
okay.
You should have made it less weird for her to say, hey, if you'd like, we could get a selfie.
From what angle?
Yeah, from what angle? I mean,
that's up to you guys.
Yeah.
If she's taking the picture from where she's at,
Yeah, it's
maybe I
like,
could sell it on
that would be
OnlyFans.
the greatest Instagram post ever.
That
I met
would be.
Vicky B, and there's you with your legs up.
Like,
Yeah.
hey!
But like, she strategically puts her body in front of things that,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh my God. Next time I go, I might
really
have to
what
do
she
that.
needed to do is take a little happy face like people do over parts that people, and that's to go, hey, met Vicky, and here's a little happy face over the.
I think there's other emojis you could use right there.
Oh, you could, sure.
But normally, you get a little weird when you go to the doctor because they're checking that area. So you're like, oh, did I shave? Did I do this? And that particular day, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to shave. It's fine.
so
Doctors
you,
have seen worse. And I'm like, of course, the day I'm not
Yeah, but you know
presentable.
what? I mean, I'd imagine she's seen everything.
Yeah,
So
but
I don't know if it really matters.
Yeah, but celebrity everything, though. Come on.
I mean, I hope she doesn't like go to her like little hangout over the weekend and be like, you won't believe who was one of my clients. And
Oh, you know she will.
I don't know. I feel like
would.
that's violating a
no,
certain.
there's a few laws that might be violating.
Oh, yeah, but
I'll
you
have
know,
her arrested.
Here's the thing. With their close personal
My friends
friends,
in the government, I'll call them.
I know for sure. Listen, unfortunately, I mean, I've known people in the profession where they get to do stuff, and they tell you.
Oh yeah. You have a lot of gynecologist friends.
I surely do. Yeah, I mean,
I had one friend that was a guy I played hockey with that was a gynecologist, and he had some fun. Like he had a very interesting sense of humor.
Oh, did he?
Oh my gosh! So we were like, dude, so what's it like? He's like, it's like being a pizza delivery driver. And I'm like, what the hell does that
What
mean?
is that even? I'm not sure what that
Yep,
means.
Yep, I know.
Oh,
It means like you can smell it, but you can't.
oh,
Have it.
okay.
You can't.
Oh,
You
wow.
can't enjoy the pizza.
I have never heard that before.
I didn't either, and it
Oh.
slayed me. I tell you.
Wow.
And I said,
Wow.
if I was a woman, I would never come see you.
Yeah, that's the wrong answer from a guy that's got. I mean, I guess
He said it with such confidence and
Yeah.
such like he had such a delivery to it that he said that so many times that he's fleshed it out,
as it were.
I know.
I'm kind of glad that the doctor I had was a gal and not a man. I don't know. I feel like it would have been 10 times worse if it was a dude.
I think it would be.
Oh, it would have been. And at the same time, I feel like there's people that gossip. And you know what? If you really felt like you weren't at 100% your best, I mean, let's just say, Vicky, let's just say it was epic. I think that I think she'll tell somebody, she'll go, look, dude, I met blah, blah, blah. Oh, really? Yeah, but here's the thing.
I don't know if I was a gynecologist.
It's like the Amazon. I mean, if they, it was like I needed a machete to do that particular. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, people are human. They will say something.
No, I'm just thinking, put myself in that position, and if I was a gynecologist,
as it were.
which I don't even think I'd say with a
Which
straight
position
face.
is that, actually?
I don't think I would share that with anyone. No,
Really? Well, that's it. Well, okay.
that seems rather like mean spirited. That's not my style.
Yeah.
If you had a celebrity come in, let's say
Yeah.
you were a dude. Look, let's say you were a doctor of. You had to check guys' boys.
Right. Yeah.
All right. And then let's just say Tariq Woolen because he called Russell Wilson a sack of potatoes, and all of a sudden there you go, and you got to check him out, and he's a sack of potatoes. You will say nothing to nobody, to any of your friends.
No.
I had Tariq Woolen come in, and let's just say the guy, is like Little Dicky. You know what I mean? Where he's got a weird situation going on down there.
Okay.
Yeah, you would never say anything to anybody.
No.
Oh my God, I find that hard to believe.
I don't.
Especially if you have a couple of beverages. No, nothing.
I don't see
you're
the
a
fun
good
in that.
man.
I don't see the fun. Be like, hey guys, let me tell you about Tariq Woolen's boys.
Yeah, but if that's your job, though, I would ask.
I would say, oh yeah, have you had any celebrities? Like, oh yeah, Tariq Woolen's come in, and then if someone asks a question, like, oh no, it's super cool, massive mule, but he's a great guy.
Okay, I rest my case.
I would say that about everyone. They might as well pump their tires.
Yeah. So as long as it's positive, you think then that's not a betrayal of trust,
right?
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
So if she said Vicky was pristine, it was like the lost temple.
Yes,
that would be okay.
I don't know why the lost temple is a positive thing, but
well,
okay.
because you're searching for something pristine and beautiful and wonderful.
It wasn't the same, but it was kind of similar, and it was awkward.
Oh, you saw somebody's lost temple?
No, but when I was going through all the fertility stuff, and I'll never forget the one time because. I had to go make some. I had to go visit the collection room, as they called it.
Oh, right.
Several times.
Yeah.
This is the go time. All right, you got to come down and
do what
visit
you gotta
visit the collection room. Yeah. So I'd be like waiting, and sometimes they only had one collection room or one or two, depending on which doctor's office I went to. So there was one time where they're like, okay, it's now your turn, and I'm walking in,
and out comes Russell Wilson.
No, someone's walking out. And we lock eyes, and dude just like loved the show and puts his hand up.
No, you don't shake hands after the collection room.
I'm just saying, since obviously.
Still.
I just put up my fist and go, that's a fist bump.
This is.
And he just looked at me and goes, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You don't think about it.
Yeah.
But
nice
it was like
to meet you and the swim team.
But then it was like the nurse is like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh,
what do you do? I'll tell you what I just did. I'll tell you what.
No, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, but you're an expert though.
That one took forever.
Wow. Really?
Oh, my gosh. I felt like I was in there to the point where they were going to knock on the door to see how things going. Because I was just like, I was out of the game.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
You're just like, what the hell am I doing here?
And then you're kind of have that moment of like, is anybody else listening to me? Is like, is that,
I'd be
you don't know,
afraid.
Is that a weirdo? Is he coming up trying to put his ears to the door? I don't know.
Right,
I'd be afraid
I like
of
to yell,
cameras,
let's go
man.
Steve in those situations.
Yes,
and now
you
all of a
do.
sudden I can't.
Yeah. No, I can appreciate that. Performance anxiety, I mean, if you're nervous, it's not easy.
No.
Yeah.
And now you're in a room that's not very romantic.
By the way, I would tell everybody about that if I were your doctor.
Oh, what? Yeah.
So I met Steve Migs, yeah? Oh, the guy took hours in there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
I wonder if anyone's ever taken a nap.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like almost,
you're going in to basically make a contribution, but you decide, it's a nice comfy room.
Well, what happens after you make a contribution?
Yes.
I get ice cream.
Oh, I usually want to take a nap.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground the Jelly Belly factory, Phoebe is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I've done it again.
Is it pomegranate or Old Bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Alonzo from Des Moines is. Alonzo, are you there?
Yes.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Alonzo has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is the famous mode of transportation in the Venice canals?
Gondola.
Yes. What car manufacturer makes the Altima and Pathfinder?
Nissan.
Yes. What character does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman?
Ron Burgundy.
Yes. What kind of cheese is typically in a caprese salad?
Caprese is mozzarella.
Yes. How many oceans does the equator run through?
3.
Yes. Recorded by the Kingsmen, what is Washington's unofficial state rock song?
Louie Louie.
Yes. What museum houses the Mona Lisa?
The Louvre.
Yes. Hispanic Heritage Month begins in what month?
September.
Yes. Beginning with W, what is the name of the skin that hangs from a turkey's neck?
Wobbler.
No.
Wobble.
Yes. Hawaiian pizza originated in what country?
Mexico.
No.
Hawaii.
No.
United States.
No. Alonzo, you got 9 correct, though. That is very good.
Oh, I hope that doesn't kill him.
I hope it doesn't
Hawaiian
either.
pizza.
I don't know. I don't know.
If he had one more guess, I think he might have got it.
I pretty know what it is.
You do?
But here comes Steve. Don't say anything.
Oh, you just
Do
didn't
not-
say a country,
Do
that
not-
one answer.
Yeah, I know. That was the problem.
Steve, are you ready?
All right.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Oh, look at Mr. I was perfect the first game.
No big deal.
No
Bobby
problem.
Kurt Henning, baby. Mr. Perfect.
What is the famous mode of transportation in the Venice canals?
Gondolas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
What car manufacturer makes the Altima and Pathfinder?
Nissan.
Yes. What character does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman?
He played Ron Burgundy.
Yes. What kind of cheese is typically in a caprese salad?
That is mozzarella.
Yes.
Mozzarella.
How many oceans does the equator run through?
2.
No.
3.
Yes.
Ah.
Recorded by the Kingsmen. What is Washington's unofficial state
Louis,
rock
Louis.
song? Yes.
That
What
way.
museum houses the Mona Lisa?
What museum? The Louvre?
Yes.
The Louvre?
Hispanic Heritage Month begins in what month?
Hispanic. What month are we in right now? June.
No.
July.
No.
May.
No. Beginning with W, what is the name of the skin that hangs from a turkey's neck?
A wiggle.
No.
A waggle.
No.
A Wilbur.
No.
Oh.
Hawaii pizza originated in what country?
Canada.
Yes. You get 8 correct, which is a loss.
Nice work, Alonso.
Alonso, you did it. 9-8.
Oh, son of a gun. I thought I was going perfect again.
I thought you were about to, too.
I was on a run.
You
Good
were.
game, Alonso.
Oh, thank you.
Nice win, Alonso.
Yeah, you call anytime you want, so I get a song.
No, this is the only time you can call this year.
Yeah, 'cause I want this.
Oh, yeah. We're back.
Steve Lawson.
The 2 you got incorrect that Alonso did get correct. Hispanic Heritage Month begins in September.
Yeah, that's a good one on him because I would have not guessed that at all.
And it's September through the middle of October, I believe. So it's not just all of September.
I was just trying to educate and guess it, but
Yeah.
maybe it's this month, maybe it's next month, or maybe Cinco de Mayo. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I see
A
what
lot of
you're
people
doing.
think Independence Day is Cinco de Mayo, and that's not true. Independence Day is in September.
Wait, though. They said it's a month. Why do they celebrate it for more than a month then?
Well, it's like the beginning of the middle of September to the middle of October.
Oh, so it's a month long, but
Right.
they spread it over. All right, you know what? I'll allow it, but I was just about to kick Vicky out of the country for this.
Wow. And then you danced all around it, beginning with W. What is the name of the skin that hangs from a turkey's neck? It's a waddle.
It's a wiggle.
A waddle. Close to a wiggle, but
Yeah.
gosh,
Sorry, buddy.
sorry, Steve, that you lost.
All of us Ally McBeal fans know that one of the dudes on there had a very big attraction to women with waddles, that he used to call them, the turkey neck for all the older ladies.
What?
Yeah, he was a weirdo character. Great show with him. He loved older women and their waddles, as he called them.
I guess everyone has their thing, right?
They do. Ally McBeal. That was such a fun show. All right, so there's a website called Lifehacker. They just put together a list of life skills we all should have learned in high school. But I guess that we didn't.
Oh, I know the first one that should be on there.
Yeah, what's that?
Taxes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How did you not learn how to do taxes in high school?
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine trying to pay attention to how to learn how to do taxes in high school, though?
That's fair. However, they made us learn a lot of other dumb crap that I'm like, you know what?
No,
I
you're
didn't learn
right.
that either. At least give us some advice on how to do it.
But I think about like Spanish. Granted, different than taxes, but
Sure.
almost the same as far as like I could probably do both very poorly.
Uh-huh.
But in high school, I was pretty damn good at Spanish. But then I went to college and didn't practice it and didn't think about it, didn't do it. And then now I can't even imagine trying to put together a sentence in Spanish.
Well, I mean, you got to give yourself some credit. You do know what Wednesday is.
That's it. That's right. Miércoles.
Oh, there you go.
I'm very proud.
How about that?
So like taxes, I don't think anyone's doing their taxes in college for the most part.
Yeah, well.
Right?
I took an accounting class, and I learned how to do it.
Oh, look at you. You're close, Danny. It's not so much taxes, but one of the things that people wish that they were taught in high school was how to split complicated bills at restaurants.
Oh, you just walk and go to the bathroom when the bill comes. and let
That's all
someone
you
else
do.
handle it.
It's a
It's
great
not very
idea.
complicated at all.
This is why people can't do their taxes, Danny. They can't even figure this out.
That's fair.
That's like, yeah, anytime I go out to dinner with any of my buddies, it's just like, I got it. You get it next time.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to do it that way.
Yeah. This one is interesting to me, and I'm not too sure. I guess I know this, but they say that new cars are bad investments.
Oh, agreed.
Because you're spending a lot of money, and then like if all of a sudden that car has been used for like maybe like less than a year, it all of a sudden becomes drastically cheaper.
The minute you drive off the
Yes.
lot,
Yeah.
it loses its value.
Well, here's my thing, and I've never thought of a car as an investment in the first place.
Oh, I agree. I mean, some people. I think that in a way, though, like they're saying you can save so much more money if you just decide to get a quote-unquote used car as opposed to a brand-new car because they just jack that price up more.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. They do jack it up, and I look at it like, gosh, it's so tough, with a used car. You just never know what you get. I've had bad luck with used cars, so maybe that's why I'm like, I'm just going to go new. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of thoughts behind it, and now, the idea that when it comes to buying hybrids, I'm hearing that, the battery itself may have to be replaced a lot sooner than the car would have to be replaced. Mm-hmm. So, and that could be a very expensive process. But again, I don't know. I'd be interesting to see, like, people have had hybrid cars for, a decade or more. Like, does anybody own a hybrid car longer than 10 years? Because I'm going on 20 years for my car.
Have there been, it's a stupid question, but have there been hybrid cars, for the last 10 years ago that were being, that weren't
Well, 10 years ago, I would say yes, there have been.
Have there? Okay.
Yeah, I think the Prius has been around. Yeah, the Prius
is that an
has been
electric
around.
car, though, right? Is it a hybrid?
No, that's a hybrid.
Okay, I don't know anything about these cars.
Yeah, well, at least the Prius that I think the Prius is a hybrid, right?
Well, some of them are. I'm going to blow your mind, though. Released in Japan in 1997, the Prius became the world's first mass-produced hybrid electric vehicle.
Damn.
1997.
But then it felt like it was like forever that there was
for a while.
just Priuses.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have anyone else even jumping into the game of like hybrid cars.
Yeah, I knew a buddy of mine. And I was like, "Wow, dude, you're really hybriding up here." And it was at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, like it said that North America didn't really get them until like 2000, but still, that is
still a long time.
So that's
years ago.
okay.
Hybrids can drink legally now.
So then, so people will know. It's like, okay, how long did you keep your hybrid car?
Yeah,
because like I said, this is sad for me. I've had two cars for 20 years. We just got rid of one of them, and I have my other one. And that's why I thought if you can buy a new car and keep it for 20 years, you are definitely making savings no matter what you have to put into it with repairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see what you mean.
Yeah, because you got like what between a $400 and $500 payment these days on a car, and
probably more nowadays.
Yeah,
I have no idea because I haven't had a car payment.
I'm not paying that much to maintain my car right now. I'm not paying $500 a month to keep my car on the road.
Fair.
Yeah. So that's so. But again, they've also said that houses really shouldn't be taken a look at as investments in your life either, even though they can appreciate, and even though you go, holy cow, but you shouldn't look at cars or houses or investments. And that's the next thing people said. I wish you would have told me the true cost of home ownership and mortgages. You forget the interest as a killer.
I think about that in my first house when they first decided I'm making a little extra money. I'm going to buy a house, and that was a stupid idea. I bought it at the height of like when everybody was buying houses, so I way overpaid on it.
Oh yeah.
But I was told that this is a no-brainer. You're always going to make your money back, and I ended up having I took a loss on that thing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that sucked.
And nobody thought that would be the case. But boy, we have seen here, millennials especially, they've experienced so many market issues, including the housing burst.
I refuse to go to Linwood because of that now.
I don't blame you,
It's
dude.
just bad memories.
Every time I drive to Linwood, I feel it.
I don't even go anywhere near it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of lists of these life skills that a life hacker found that people said, I wish they would have taught this in high school. They don't teach any money stuff in high school as far as not enough of it. I don't know. They teach you stuff that doesn't matter. I know people think history should be important, but when you're old like me, that's when you care about that stuff. Like I now am interested in history. So I'll watch stuff, I'll learn stuff, but I really need to know how to live when I'm 18.
Yeah, see, I think they should take the college experience and high school experience and kind of reverse it, because it's like you could do the life skills in high school, and then in college, if you want to take stuff like geometry,
I thought you were going to say put us in dorms in high school and then
that
put us back to living at home in college. I'm like, I'm not in for this.
And then get keggers and all sorts of stuff.
I'm glad you're tracking.
Okay, yeah. So I learned how to smoke weed in high school now, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay, and then stay home and play video games in college.
All day.
Got it.
Yeah, there's some of these
sold.
Some of these things on this list, though, it's like you know
like what?
Well, like the art of conversation, how to give a compliment. I don't think high school should teach you that. I think your family should teach you that. I think your parents should teach you how to do stuff like that in the world. I feel like that's who does that. The art of haggling and negotiation. I feel like that is something that one of your parents should be able to take.
But what if they suck at it?
Yeah.
Well, that's because their parents should have taught them.
Cool. They didn't learn it in high school, and it goes all the way back to the 1920s when you were born.
I'm trying to break the chains, man. I'm trying to break the stigma.
My dad
I want to be a good haggler.
My dad taught me how to negotiate for a car. Unfortunately, it's no longer a thing. But the idea that he would yell, scream, walk out, then walk back into a car dealership, the old days of that just
sounds like something you would do.
Yeah, guerrilla negotiation. I never got to do it because they changed. Everybody, they don't do that anymore. They don't scream and yell. They're not that.
Well, you don't scream and yell, but negotiation is still there when you buy a car.
Oh, my father, though. My father's kind of negotiation. Oh, man. And Steve, didn't you have somebody in your family that walked in with cash? And
my grandfather.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that those days of negotiation are done.
He'd just walk in with a giant thing of like just a block of cash, and if they didn't give him service right away or give him a time of day, he'd just look at him, show him the money, and go, "Oh, I guess my money's good elsewhere."
See, and I
as
think
all the salespeople are like chasing him like out of a movie, like, "No, sir, come back."
If you could do that in this day and age, like if people, but the problem is the cars are not exactly cheap anymore, so I don't think you can walk in with $60,000. But if you did have $60,000 and just waived it, I bet you you would have the most respect in the world.
I'd have to take a pit stop at a certain, entertainment place first if I had $60,000 in cash.
Of course.
That's fair.
At that point, that car doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
With large wads of cash comes great responsibility.
Yes, it does.
And steak bites.
Yes.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call if you would like to actually talk to us. And it's also the number to call if you would just want to text us, 206-803-ROCK. Now, Steve, though, if you get through on the phone lines, well, Steve's got a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we will gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
It's really that simple. 206-803-ROCK. Call us, text us at that number.
Oh, I love this question because it's about food.
Oh, food is our thing.
I love food.
Who doesn't?
Food. I love food.
In my belly.
Yes.
Lots of food. It said that you have to pick one, and it's kind of based on a conversation we had earlier. You have to pick one restaurant to eat every meal at for the next year for a documentary. What is it? Mine's Din Tai Fung, DTF.
Oh, nice.
That's
nice
the
call.
texture. That's the texture's pick.
DTF is a great place, no doubt about it. Though I will tell you, I also like the Dough Zone.
The Dough Zone is
a good joint, too.
I like them both. I lean more towards Din Tai Fung. And the only reason being, both of their dumplings are phenomenal and they're delicious. But DTF, they've got that Asian or whatever, that cold sesame noodle. I don't know if it's called a salad or it's just like an appetizer dish. But that thing is next level.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's my favorite little dish. Whenever we go to DTF, we always make it a point to get that.
So for an entire...
The soy noodle salad.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
That looks... Yeah, I've had that before. That's tasty.
Yeah, I remember you were there and you texted me like, "What's the name of that salad that you always talk about, the noodle dish?" And I'm like, I had to go look it up because I don't know the name of it, but I know the picture.
I was sitting there going, "Oh man, Steve, you got to come through, buddy."
Right, like, let's go, Steve. Come on.
Yeah. Well, for me, okay, it's simple. It's one location that I love. I love the ambiance of the place. I love their chai tea. And look, there's a lot of great Indian restaurants. And Danny and I, by the way, every time we get together, we go, let's find a new Indian restaurant to eat at around here. That's kind of like our new thing.
It's our new man mission.
Yeah.
So is it McDonald's is what you're talking
McDonald's,
about?
McDonald's, great Indian restaurant. I have to go with, I just love the chai tea at this place. The saffron grill plus the ambiance. It's like one of the nicer looking inside restaurants. Like it's really, really, I think it's just elevated than the average Indian restaurant. Saffron Grill up in Northgate, right, where the Nexus Hotel is. It's a great place. I love it, and I'm never disappointed. I could do there a year. I go a year there.
Man, this is like one of the harder questions. Because I'm trying to think of like a place that has a lot of different options, so I'm not getting the same meal every day.
I got you. Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh. You're right. There's a lot of different options.
You probably get through about like a third of the menu in a year.
Yeah, 3 meals a day for a year. About a third of the menu.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of variety on that menu.
That's not counting dessert either.
I lean towards sushi. I love Trappers. That'd be a lot of fun.
But that's not a lot of variety.
That's for you.
And now being vegan, it's hard.
Oh, yeah. You're in trouble. You got to go to a place that's a vegan joint that really has a lot of good stuff.
Well, I mean, the Viva place in Tacoma that we've been to.
That's a good joint.
Yeah. I kind of want to. I haven't eaten there yet, though. I wanted to go to there's that one in Tacoma. Crap. I can't think of the name.
Well, it's going to be awfully tough for you to spend a year there if you can't even get there.
You're right.
Man.
You're right. Oh,
so, yeah, this is tough for you.
Quickie 2. I hear that place is supposed to be really, really good.
All right.
But, I'm going to lean towards, I'm going to go with.
Ooh, this is tough.
Wow.
Teriyaki.
Ooh.
What can
you, I guess you get what? Tofu teriyaki. Okay.
I was a little torn because then there's also there's a good Chinese food place, and of course you could do everything.
Chinese is the old bamboo grill, the bamboo grill, I think it was called.
That was a vegetarian
on Roy.
place, yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, that was such a good place. I don't think it's around anymore.
Yeah, we were on
I don't think. I could be wrong, but I hope it is.
See, and I'm on the opposite side in terms of I'm not trying to think of variety. I just want to think of what I want to eat all
Pizza.
the time. Pizza and beer. So I'd have to go to Zeke's. It's literally across the street from my house.
That's a good pick.
You know what I mean? And they have different kinds of pizzas that you could try every day and get a
Wow.
different beer every day.
Can I just say something?
What's up?
That is a hell of a testimonial to Zeke's because
there's lots of pizza places.
Yeah, there's a lot of places you could go around here. I have never been to a Zeke's.
Oh,
They
what?
just-
You need to go to a
I've never
Zeke's,
been to a
man.
Zeke's, so you got to take me there.
Yo, Zeke's is awesome.
Yes.
I've heard, I don't know why, I think there is one in Bellevue, I think, but I just am never near that area where Zeke's is.
I've only been to the one in Seattle.
Yeah.
I did an Instagram story the other day where I was showing how close Zeke's was to my apartment, and I literally ran there in 3 minutes.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I can go pick it up. I can go
Is
get
it just
beer.
in this area? Do they have Zeke's in the south end or the north end? I have no idea.
They have one in downtown. I don't know about this. I believe they have one in Tacoma.
Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, all right.
I do have to say, if I was going, sorry, I
gotta
Oh,
go to
there is
Zeke's.
one in Bellevue. And
Bellevue, boom.
It does look like there is one in the Tacoma area.
All right, so look at you. I mean, everybody can get their Zeke's on.
So good.
If I was back into my eating days, if they asked me this question right now, though, I would definitely have to pick Doofers.
That's a
Because
good
this-
call.
especially for this month.
Oh my
right
God.
now,
Yeah.
I will say that ever since Steve introduced me to Doofers last year, because Steve and I went last
Yep.
year, and if I lived closer to there, I would probably go once a week.
Oh, 100%. Dude, I was going once when I was playing hockey over in Renton at Snow King Ice. Which,
Yeah.
shout out to Jamie Huscroft and the crew over there, good people.
Hey, Jamie.
But they are in the same
Yep.
parking lot. At the other end of the parking lot, but they're in the same parking lot as Doofers, and that was the tradition. We'd go do lunch hockey at noon or 11 a.m. on a Thursday, play hockey for an hour, get a good sweat in, and then put every calorie that we burned off and then some, and go straight on over to Doofers and just eat like kings.
Good call.
Love it.
Their
Love it.
chicken wings are phenomenal, and that's a place. I mean, talk about variety. I don't think I would get bored eating there every day for a year.
Not at all.
because
Not at all.
Spicy life.
Yep.
their chicken burgers great. The Mary's Burger.
That's some good apps.
I'm trying to figure out. Joey D's and Sarah. I'm not sure where they would go. Box wine's got to be available probably for Sarah. Joey D's, okay. So you have to eat one place for for the entire year. The only place you can go to. Where would it be?
Oh, that's easy. That's Olive Garden.
Oh, you are family.
That's right. He's Joey Breadsticks.
Yeah, Joey Breadsticks. Of course, you would go there. Great call,
Dude, I could eat that salad and soup combo every meal for the rest of my life.
Would you change up the soup, or would you go with the same soup every time?
Oh, you got to change up the soup. They got
Okay,
four
he's
great
not
flavors.
he's not even touching the great pastas.
Yeah.
And then I think of Magliano's, man. Maggiano's.
Hey, Joey Magliano.
Hey,
over here.
Magliano. Maggiano's is another place. Oh, if I wanted to go Italian, that would be.
I didn't even think about Italian food places. Because that also, there's so many options.
Yep.
We grew up with a lot of it, Steve.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing is that for every Asian restaurant we have here, you go to the Northeast and there's just as many Italian restaurants, the same deal. And so kind of like not over it, but just oversaturated.
You know, Seattle or the Northwest has some really good
They do.
Italian food spots that I just always forget about.
They do. It's just like, Steve, it's like you trip and fall into an Italian
It's like a
place in the
Starbucks.
Northeast. Yeah. All right, Sarah.
What barbecue place are you going to, Sarah? I know you love the meat.
She's a vegetarian.
It's that one by the airport way.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that place?
Jack's.
Oh, Jack's.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to Arby's.
Arby's, great job. It's tough because I know J-Rubs' answer would be different than yours because J-Rubs loves the meat.
I actually think, I don't know if my answer is cheating or not, but we would have the same answer.
Really?
I'm going to a buffet, y'all.
Which one? Like Old Country,
I
Sizzler?
love OCB, but I don't know if that's still around. But
Kwame.
J-Rubs and I went there this past weekend.
Oh, you're right.
Snoqualmie Casino.
You went to the Falls,
great answer.
the buffet?
We sure did. That's where
was
he
it?
wanted to go.
Nice.
It was amazing.
Because he's a smart guy.
I'd marry him if you didn't.
We've done the dinner one before, and this time we went to the brunch one. Amazing.
What's on the brunch one?
They have
Food.
they have the prime.
Thanks, BJ.
No problem, buddy.
They have like the prime steak and the kind of the normal stuff. They still have the salad bar. Thank goodness for me, and the dessert bar, because those are my two go-tos.
Thank goodness for me.
Yeah.
But they have like you can make your own omelet.
yeah.
They have, eggs Benedict, bacon, everything.
Snoqualmie is legit.
Yeah.
And for us, it's not a far drive for us, though. That's why if you're on the east side, anywhere near 90, it is well worth taking that drive because and once they get hotel action
yeah.
there. I mean, I am probably going to do a lot of stuff at Snoqualmie once they get to that hotel.
I will say too that I was really surprised because that's my favorite part of Live Day. Honestly, I mean, I love all you guys and everything, but going to the buffet every year at Snoqualmie, my favorite part. And I was surprised that they had the I think they're like Brazilian beef bowls where they like cook the meat in front of you and you can choose like what kind you want.
That is awesome.
Like the walk station.
Yeah, I was so like, this is amazing.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Yeah, they do.
And they have a chocolate fountain.
They know.
What?
Don't you want to just throw your head under that?
I so bad want to.
Yeah.
And then when they come over, they go, "Did you just do what you think you did?" And you have chocolate all over your face. You go, "I don't know what you're talking about."
What do you mean? What?
I fell in mud.
This is a condition. I have just chocolate stuck on my face.
That's a condition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Better health isn't always about the big things. Sometimes it's a nudge from a friend, or a head nod from a fellow jogger, or even a smile from across the breakfast table when you've decided to pass on the bacon. It's the little things that lead to better health, and Regence is here as a partner, opening doors to the care you need, no matter the size, because it all adds up to something big, a healthier you. Regence Blue Shield. Together we health.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. 206-803-ROCK.
All right, this is a pretty funny text. I am actually curious what people are going to say on the show about this question. They even admit, weird-ass question. What's your favorite smell?
Oh, that is a weird-ass question.
But I'm torn. I have a few like that. Like instantly, my first thought was cookies. I'm like, no, there's other smells I like better than just a cookie.
Yeah, my first thought was coffee.
Right, coffee's a great smell.
Anytime I'm walking by a coffee shop, I'm just like, dang it, I gotta go get one now.
You know what it is? It's French fries.
Oh, French fries are great.
That was part of why I gained so much weight when I lived in Queen Anne, Lower Queen Anne. I was a couple of blocks away from Dick's in Queen Anne.
That's tough.
And dude, you could smell those fries. Like the streets were just a scent of French fry, and just like even if I wasn't hungry, I got hungry and I wanted to eat them.
You know what? That's kind of happening to us in West Seattle right now because we live. They opened up a Ezel's across the street, and you can literally smell the fried chicken.
I was gonna say it's heaven sent, but that's the name of the competitor, the guy who originally started Ezel's. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So for me, the first thing that came to my mind, which, by the way, this is a great question. It's not weird.
It is
at
a
all.
weird ass question, but I do like the question.
Yeah, it's Indian food.
Indian food has a great smell.
There's a new place I think called Farsi that opened up in Bellevue. I went. I was like, I had it all planned. I was having lunch there. I was at the mall doing my mall walk. I noticed this place. I go, cool. I am going to have lunch. I go into the door and I aggressively open it, and it was locked. And you know how you shake the glass, and there were two people right behind the welcome stand, the hostess stand. I'm like, okay,
let me in.
Why is your door locked? And they're looking at me weird, and I'm going,
because you're aggressively trying to open a door that's locked.
But there's no hours or whatever. It's lunchtime, so my brain is just like, okay, I know you're looking at me weird. Then they look at each other. They look at me. They look at each other, and then finally, the guy shows me he flashes up 4 fingers. I'm like, oh, you opened it 4, okay. And then I'm like, you know what people do? They put a little sign on their door going, here are our gosh darn hours. So you're a new place. Why wouldn't you? Instead of looking at me like I'm a weirdo because I came here for lunch because I feel like it's lunchtime. Why wouldn't I go to a restaurant especially when I see people inside at that hostess stand? But I can't wait to go to Farsi.
All right, Sarah, what do you got?
Yeah.
I kind of have 2. All of my perfumes or body sprays are vanilla, but
vanilla's a good scent.
So good.
Oh,
Anytime I walk by an ice cream place, the waffle cone smell is also amazing.
As you were saying that, literally just came in on our text line. Fresh waffle cones are a great smell. Yeah, you walk in Molly Moon or any of those places where they make the waffles right there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you wanted a cup of ice cream, I'm like, you know what? Give me that waffle cone.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you just walk by and the doors are even closed, you can still smell it.
Yeah,
you're exactly like Joe. Because anytime we're in Cap Hill, and especially if he's drunk, and we walk by, what is it, Molly Moon's? And Joe's like, immediately, I need ice cream now.
I'd be right there with Joe. Drunken ice cream.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Let me see if I can guess Joey Deese's, though, because I don't think that's it. I think Joey Deese's is the smell of failure with women. Is that it?
That's funny. I was going to guess rejection.
Funny. Nailed it. How'd you know?
Smell of a good pump at the gym, right?
Spot on.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that smell.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I feel bad. I let a squeaker out yesterday. And I didn't mean to.
That's why I don't go. Well, it's not the only reason I go. Don't go, but I'm glad I don't.
You know,
go.
the leg press one where you're laying back and it kind of comes down. And I was going for a more weight than I usually do, and I went all the way down. And I was like, okay, you got to get this back up. And all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh no, because you can't hold that in.
No.
And then you're like, oh boy, and there's a smell, and then I'm like, God. And I'm trying to pull the looking around like, oh man, can you believe that guy just ripped ass while squatting?
It was a squeaker.
It was a total squeaker.
Wait, Steve, do you work out with headphones in?
Yes.
Because I do too, and when that happens, you get that moment like, okay, how loud was it?
Right. I mean, fortunately, you did it, so you kind of anticipate the sound, but if I can hear it, other people with headphones can hear it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or when I work out with our buddy Brett from Be Jolly, there are a couple of times where we're doing some stuff, and all of a sudden, and I'm like, that was me. He's like, maximum effort.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
You're giving it your all.
I feel like at the gym, you got to accept people are going to have to fart.
That's why I don't go to the gym. Well, one of the reasons.
Is that why?
That's one of the reasons.
All right, back to Joe.
That also wasn't the smell, by the way, though. Enjoy. No, it's Cinnabon.
Oh.
At the mall.
Yeah.
I don't even care about eating cinnamon rolls.
Right, me either.
It's just the smell. Yeah.
Cinnamon, brown sugar, butter. Oh, man, it's the best.
I got another one, too. Anytime you walk into a good pizzeria and they just have that pizza smell, you know what I'm talking about.
Bread and the sauce and the fire.
So good.
Ooh, that reminds me of Subway.
Subway, too. Yeah,
the fresh baked bread. Yep.
Also, since, you guys were going to the baseball game, the garlic fry smell is pretty legendary.
It's intoxicating.
It's actually better than the garlic fries.
I do not disagree.
I love the garlic fries.
Garlic fries are
they're too much.
Trash.
I agree. That's all. It stays on your mouth and your breath for so long.
Yeah, that's probably why I like them.
It's not my favorite thing in the ballpark at all.
You got mine. Actually, my first one is not about food.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna make fun of me.
Is it like shoe smell or something?
No, I love newborn babies have such a good smell. I just want to smell their heads. They're so cute.
They do smell good.
I don't think I've ever smelt a newborn baby, so I don't know what y'all
when you make
about.
one.
Yeah, they have
make
a
sure
smell.
The first thing I do is smell it.
It's not like you intend to, but you just do.
It doesn't matter if you wash it many times. They still have that baby
It's
smell.
like a new car.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's such a good.
I can't wait to experience this in my life at some point.
I've had 2 newborn babies in my life.
And we smell great, right?
I'll take Indian food.
So it said the aroma of some sweet kush is my favorite smell. Yeah, weed.
Oh. Sorry.
You know what?
I don't smoke weed. I didn't know what you were talking about for a second.
I did hear something else too, Danny, and I was like, wow, this person really enjoys. But yes,
bacon's coming up a lot on the text line.
Bacon's good.
Bacon's always good.
The smell of a hockey rink.
The smell of a
That's
hockey
fair.
rink?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that smells like.
Well, I'm thinking also though, like kind of like the old meat locker days, or even like a rink where you play beer league hockey, where it's like, it's a smell of like smelly gear, but there's something about that open air and the ice and the cold air.
Yeah.
It's like, it just works well together.
See, I think about it like every time we go to a Kraken game, like Climate Pledge, especially when it's obviously a hockey game, it's amazing.
I think the smell of being in a suite at a hockey game is the greatest smell.
Well,
with
of
all the food.
Smell. Yeah.
Agreed.
Shout out Rob Kaufman. You're the man. We still love you.
How do you guys feel? Well, specifically Danny and Steve, like when you go to a reputable tattoo shop, so it smells clean. You smell the green soap. Oh, I love that smell.
The ink.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I've been inside a tattoo shop that was not on the up and up, and it did not smell like anything. And so that's when I knew I needed to get the hell out.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Well, that's a nice sort of indicator of what's going on.
It should smell clean.
Gentlemen's clubs.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, depending on the gentleman's club.
Really?
Yeah. It's just that scent of like cotton candy perfume.
Again, depending on which kind of gentleman's club.
If you smell bleach, that's not the right place. You better leave that gentleman's club.
Yeah, you got there at the wrong time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Smells.
It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK.
Texter now says, okay, if you're going with any kind of air freshener for your car, what scent are you going with?
I don't know. The
Vanilla.
one that makes
Vanilla.
my car stop
Vanilla for
stinking.
sure.
Not pine.
Pine.
I'm not a fan of the pine smell at all.
What's the one? Is it like black ice?
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
I've never gotten that one.
I
I've
don't
always
know
been
that one.
curious, but I'm like, I'm a little worried that it might be too aggressive of a smell.
Yeah, there's a certain type of guy who uses that, and I've hung out with that kind of guy many a time.
You know what?
So that
Really?
should tell you something.
You know what one is real trash because it never smells like it's actually supposed to smell?
What's
new
that?
car smell. You think?
Oh,
that
you mean the new car smell freshener?
The freshener.
Yeah.
Yeah. You buy that thinking it's going to like smell like and no, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for clean laundry. The fresh linen, I would be.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What's your favorite type of fabric softener sheets? No, I'm kidding.
I don't
Of course,
use
it's
them.
Febreze.
I really refuse to participate in that question.
Yeah, I'm out for that one as well. Just
Okay,
joking.
this isn't Ask Me Anything, because some things you shouldn't ask me.
But what does the black ice smell like, I wonder?
I think it smells like ice that you slide on and almost kill yourself on.
Okay, fine.
I don't want anything that's black ice. Black ice is not a nice thing.
It has like almost a like cologne.
Yeah,
vibe
I think
to
of it as like kind of axey.
Yeah.
Similar to Axe.
I
Yeah.
can see
I don't want my
that.
car smelling like that.
Yeah, you really don't.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you can pull it off. But if you're maybe in your young 20s, you got like your first new car, trying to pick up women.
And evergreen's the standard. You don't like the pine, the
No,
tree.
no,
We're in the
I-
evergreen
no,
state.
To me, it's vanilla and nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, no. That's
And I might be crazy, but I recently got a new car, and I cannot stand that smell.
Oh, really?
At all.
Oh, really?
I know it's like a big thing for a lot of people.
I've never been
hate it.
I don't hate it, but I've never been like, I'd be quick to throw a vanilla in there to get that scent in there.
Yeah.
Is that why you refuse to drive your new car?
Because
Are
it
you not
smells
driving
like
your
that.
car?
Listen, I do in moments sometimes, randomly, but I don't drive much. And
How
if
many
I-
miles have you put on your car so far?
Maybe like a few hundred.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like in a day sometimes for me.
I've gotten an email from Toyota being like, yo, you probably need an oil change soon. It's been this many amount of months. And I'm like, oh, I'm nowhere near that mileage on my car. I'm good.
When BJ's out of town, she still drives BJ's car into work.
Well, yeah, use his gas.
Even though mine's a hybrid. So it's really stupid, actually.
Yeah, but he's paying for that gas.
Well, and like, listen, I'm not good at parking in parking garages, so I'd much
that's
rather
the thing.
ding up BJ's car than my car.
Her car is wider than mine, so really she's not used to the parking.
I'd
garage
much rather
experience
knock
of it.
off a side mirror on
Wait,
BJ's
so
car than
parking
mine.
in a parking garage is, I can understand, like, as much as I goof on people, I know parallel parking is a difficult thing for some
Sure.
people. I enjoy parallel parking, but I understand that's a tough parking thing for some people.
It is.
But pulling into a parking spot in a garage is hard.
Have you seen the spots in this place? They're
Yeah, I use
so
them all the time.
tiny.
You're used to a bigger vehicle, Steve. This is she's never had a vehicle this wide. And you know how she was with a Camry knocking the mirrors off.
Yeah.
So I kind of encouraged her. Look, if you got to come to work here in downtown Seattle, which by the way, this is not the best area. Sometimes, you know, as you're driving around this lovely city, why use this car? You know, use my car, which is a 20-year-old car. If something happens to it, nobody cares.
I'm working on the parallel parking too, because now I have a backup cam. So now I really have no excuse to not be good at this. But it's still a little rough sometimes.
Dude, I don't even use the backup cam, even when I'm backing into like a parking spot, because some spots they want you to back into it. I will still use my head turn or open the door a little to make sure I'm up with the line. And my wife's like, you have a backup camera that'll do all of this for you. And it works just fine, but I'm just so old school. Stuck in my old ways, BJ.
Well, and I keep being like,
can't wait to get a backup camera.
We didn't have backup cams.
And I'm like, do I trust it? How accurate for sure is this back? Even though it is, but, you know.
Oh, I can't wait to get a backup cam.
Oh, yeah, back in your day.
Yeah.
When you got your car.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Do you get FM radio in that thing?
I only got AM.
Okay, yeah.
Only got AM and shortwave. I get that.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove Fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, just what your holidays need.
Unwrap all the best deals when you shop Coastal's Country Christmas Sale. Save $15 on men's and women's jeans, $49.99 and up. Select Georgia Romeos are $15 off and get 25% off all right-on toys.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, just what your holidays need.
Shop Coastal's Country Christmas Sale now through December 18th at Coastal.